Hello and welcome, it is Wes here, and today we're going to be doing Let's Spy on Them. Let's do that. If you are new to my channel, you can find the timestamps to watch whatever zodiac sign you want in the comment section. Just look for my name, it'll be highlighted and pinned. Click show more info and you'll see all the blue links there to go to whatever sign you want to watch, alright? I put those there for your convenience, so you don't have to pan through the video trying to find your sign, so please use them. Alright, if you need to get a hold of me, my email can always be found in the description box of my videos. Just hit the drop down tab and you'll see it there, alright? I do personal readings, so if you're interested, just contact me through that email, or if you just want to leave some feedback, that's okay too. Alright, thank you for everybody that leaves great comments on my channel, the people that like my video, and especially those that have been hyping the video. In the last couple of videos, there was quite a few of you that did hype the video, and it did help the video circulate a little bit more. So I do appreciate that. All right. These days, YouTube's like constantly introducing new features. So for a while, I didn't even know the hype feature even existed until somebody pointed it out. But that's cool of you for those that have been doing that. All right. This particular video, Spy on Them, and my other main video, If You're Not Talking With Them, are about ex-partners, all right? If that is not your cup of tea, there's lots of other tarot readers on YouTube that are obviously good readers, so just check them out, all right? I am introducing another video for this channel that's not going to be about an ex-partner. Mystery Person is kind of my third video, which is borderline. It's just kind of a free-for-all. Anybody can be, it could be a new person, it could be an old person. But this fourth video that I'm going to be introducing actually came from a user suggestion. Well, I don't even know if it's a suggestion. It was more a complaint, if anything. Well, it wasn't a complaint. It was just being annoyed, I guess. I don't really know how to describe their comment. But whatever the case was, some inspiration came from it. And I did do a trial format, reading format for it, and it seemed to work, but I do have to make an adjustment or two on it, all right? I did try it out in private. So keep an eye out for that. Hopefully in another month, I'll probably introduce it. It might even be this month, we'll see. But that video will not be about an ex-partner, so hopefully that'll be a hit. What else can I say here? Oh, if you like to use captions or the subtitles, those will be available after 24 hours, all right? YouTube takes a while to process my videos, just because they're so long. I understand there's a lot of you that love using those, but there's really nothing that I can do. It's just the way YouTube does it. But yes, I do enable the subtitles. You just can't typically use them right after the video's been put out. So just keep that in mind. And I think that is about it. Oh, and one more thing. Most of you are pretty good about it, but please remember, it doesn't matter if it's my readings or anybody else's. I can't possibly get everybody's story in one single tarot reading. All right, they are general readings, but please use your judgment when something applies to you and when it doesn't. All right. There's always got to be that one person or a couple people that want to force things that don't apply to them. Just, if it's not your story, don't make things apply that don't sound like your situation, all right? Hopefully I'll get your story then on the next one, if I don't this time around. All right, let's go to Aries. Get this show started. Aries, you are the first sign, as always. Tell me about a person our Aries want to spy on. Who is this person? I hope all my Aries are doing great too, by the way. All right, we've got a card that kind of came out. So we have Strength reversed here. So it is Leo energy. Clarify the strength reversed. Why are they being described for... okay, we got 4 of Wands reversed. So this is a person, Aries, that essentially is describing potentially gave up on the situation. All right. The 4 of Wands being reversed here, clarifying to it, suggests that it is a ex-partner of some sort that felt that you and them just could not get on the same footing with each other. It is a card that can describe instability or things that become a bit chaotic. There's a multitude of things that we could list off, such as disagreements, fighting, or getting annoyed with each other. You know, I'm going to ignore you, now you're going to ignore me because I'm irritated at you and you're somehow irritated at me. So this seems like somebody that could not resolve something with you. Could have been something simple. Doesn't have to be anything too crazy. Some of you, it was something crazy. You know, maybe you sometimes it's something simple like one person's putting in more work than the other, and it just bothers the other party. Tell us about this person that we're spying on for Aries that apparently lost faith or hope in the situation. What are they thinking about towards Aries? So we have 6 of Wands. Good. What else are they thinking about? I'll take that, I guess. And we have Queen of Wands reversed. We have you. All right. The 6 of Wands being here immediately tells us that whatever this person's thinking about is the opposite of this. Translation. How do I make this work? This being reversed also probably suggests reference to you that this person is viewing you doing nothing or uninterested. Okay. The Queen, when she's reversed, especially in the Wands energy, can tell us that this person could be either seeing that you just aren't pursuing them anymore, or you're intentionally not pursuing them anymore, or you've expressed to them in some way, shape, or form that you are not going to be pursuing them. All right. Even if you hadn't told them that, the fact that you may not be putting much energy towards them or showing them much attention anymore, or you've kind of just ghosted them type thing, this can straight up suggest lack of interest. All right. The worst case scenario is this does tell us about an Aries that this person may feel is deliberately trying to, I'm not saying stonewall them, but, you know, just kind of deliberately make them feel like they're not worth anything anymore. Like, I don't care. You know, you're gone. You're yesterday. All right. You're not my today. How does this person that we're spying on for Aries see Aries? Well, I mean, this pretty much, I think, tells us what we need to know, but how do they see Aries? Oh, we're not going to take that. It's too many cards. You know, the problem with this deck right now, I am going to be getting new decks, is that it is so, like with the oils from the hand, it just starts to mess it up where it's so hard to shuffle it. Okay, we got a card that came out. So Wheel of Fortune, this again is aligning with the 6 of Wands here, suggesting that this person sees you still as a potential person that they could potentially work things out with, or things will hopefully come around in their favor. Okay. Wheel of Fortune can also tell us about restarting something or hoping that the universe brings 2 people together. All right. It is a wish card. So the fact that this person's already thinking about this tells us that even if things seem like all is lost, this person is still, for whatever reason, doesn't say here, there's something driving them to have interest in you again, right? But In my opinion, the way that this looks, it seems like a bit of a Hail Mary. It doesn't look like this person showing that they're going to take action. It's more them just either manifesting it or they're thinking about it. This is like potentially also giving off the energy of wishing or thinking about somebody, but being cautious at the same time about reapproaching it again. It's like, well, you know, based off of last time. This person could also be looking at your photos, maybe reflecting on things that you did. Temperance reversed came out here. One would ask why that came out. Why did the Temperance reversed come out? Or maybe they're not looking at your photos. Tell us about Temperance reversed. The person we're spying on for Aries. The card really wants to come out. It says 10 of Pentacles. I'll answer this after I see what they're hiding. Tell us about the person we're spying on for Aries. What is this person hiding from Aries? Oh my god, this deck is becoming a problem. Person that we're spying on, we do have a queen here. It says Page of Wands, and it went over the queen. This person has interest to reach out to you or attempt to initiate something with you. That's what it's showing they're hiding. So there is indeed interest that this person does actually want to reach out to. Before, I was not so convinced, but now it is suggesting that that is the case. We have a king here of wands too. I'm going to take that, put it with the page. Tell us about Temperance reversed. Why? What is the problem with that? It says Temperance reversed again. Why does it say the 10 of Pentacles doesn't work? Or there's a problem? It says because it killed the relationship. Here's the thing, Aries. As much as I want to give you a straight, solid answer on this, I really don't know for this. Because what it's saying here, this didn't apply to any particular question. It came out on its own. Temperance reversed is telling us that there is either a disagreement between you and this person, or there's some belief or something, the way that you guys operate, that doesn't align. All right? This is suggesting that you get two people in a room, and an Aries and this person, and there's some particular topic or issue that is relevant and important that you cannot agree with this person on, or it keeps becoming a problem. All right. It's highlighted that 2 times. All right. This 10 of Pentacles can talk about long-term connections. It can talk to us about financial success. It can talk about anything to do with money. All right. It can talk about commitments, marriage. It can talk about stable things. We need a house, not some fucking hotel. All right. It talks generally also a lot around long-term goals, long-term investments, anything long-term. So that does give us a clue that perhaps you and this person may not have been on the same page, is my guess. All right. Apparently enough so that it ended the connection. All right. So perhaps this was something that was brought up and there was some type of disagreement with each other about this. All right, I already gave you some examples on what that could be suggesting. So here's my final opinion for this reading, Aries. This is describing an ex-partner that evidently lost faith in the connection at some point in the past, right? It strongly suggests that you and them were a thing at some point. There could have been an emphasis on having a family. Maybe this person was playing ball for a little bit or going along with it like, yeah, I want that too. But for whatever reason, it's almost suggesting like that became a problem or an issue, all right? This person going forward after that, probably I would imagine you guys had a timeout from each other, but is now seeing you as not responsive to them. Maybe you gave up yourself or just stopped caring. At this point, it's suggesting now this person is having another look at it. Who knows? Maybe I was wrong. Anything's possible. It's possible. It's possible. Just kidding. You kind of get the idea. This is a person I think that is kind of looking through the rose-colored glasses again, or maybe self-doubting themselves about whether they made the right choice. But I'm not really sure, if I'm honest, what this person is now seeing that is so powerful that they didn't see the last time. All right, but evidently there's something. All right. What this person is hiding is evident that they want to come towards you or at least reach out to you and regain contact. The problem with this is it's suggesting that they feel in some ways that you're not going to reciprocate. That's the dilemma here, all right? And perhaps that rationale is being fueled by this, whatever this was. So in other words, they might perceive that you're going to look at them as a waste of time, or it's just going to be another yo-yo kind of thing, and you don't want to play ball, all right? But anyways, good luck to you, Aries. You have an ex here, it suggests, that is showing interest. Only question is, will you show them interest if they reached out? Maybe it'll just become very overly complicated again. Taurus. Tell me about a person our Taurus collective wants to spy on. Who is this person? What can we know? What can I know? What can Taurus know? Oh, I'm going to take this. We have 10 of Pentacles reversed. Okay. Clarify the 10 of Pentacles reversed. Why is this person being described as the 10 of Pentacles reversed? We have 10 of Pentacles here. Maybe I should have taken that. Death reversed. So this immediately is talking about an ex-partner where there was, and this, again, maybe this is the theme that's going to be, I just had 10 of Pentacles, but it was in the upright for Aries reading, and it was talking a bit about a long-term partnership that kind of ran into problems. And this is, in some ways, showing borderline the same. We'll see what else comes out. But Taurus, this is a person that you may have been with for an extended period of time. There could have been a focus for something around a stable long-term connection. Again, the most likely culprit is marriage, or an interest in marriage, or anything that could suggest, hey, you and me, we'd probably work out long-term. What do you think? Maybe that was the thing for a period of time, but it's suggesting here that obviously ended if they're your ex. right? The reversal of Ten of Pentacles in Tarot is very negative because it tells us that whichever way you spin it, it's either financial loss, it is marriages that end in divorce, it is stable situations. One minute you had a house and the pool outside and everything was great, and then it was taken away, it was gone. Something happened, all right? Things fall through, all right? The Death reversed is telling us about baggage. Something is still lingering in the past. It's an unresolved situation. So, go figure, we have an unresolved situation returning here. All right? So this is a person that may not feel that they're completely done with that past situation with you. I don't really like the expression unfinished business, but I mean, it's potential here. Right? In my world, it's like you're done or you're not. Just tell the person. You don't have to like carry it with you. But this person is doing just that, it seems. Tell us about this person that is, I guess, unfinished business with Taurus, or had a long-term connection with Taurus that failed. What is this person thinking about towards Taurus? The card does come out. It says Three of Cups. What else are they thinking about? Person that we're spying on for Taurus. Okay, we have a card. It says Queen of Cups. There you go. So we already know what is driving this situation. Unfinished business, and this person still has emotional feelings towards you, Taurus. That is what is most certainly driving this, right? Three of Cups is also very good here because it does suggest this person wants to socialize again. Hey, you know, I kind of saw by chance on your Instagram or your TikTok, you know, you kind of just, you know, living life without me. And I kind of figured that might be a problem because, you know, you're supposed to be with me. And so I was just wondering if you'd like to go to IHOP. It's like all I can afford. You know, I'll get the lumberjack slam or whatever, and you can have a waffle. How about that? Oh my God, that sounds amazing! Amazeballs! Probably. Would Taurus be interested if this person invited Taurus out for a lumberjack slam at Denny's? Would Taurus be interested? How would Taurus feel towards that? How would Taurus, well... It says the Four of Pentacles. This is a card of someone being stingy. You can see he's holding on to everything. It's someone that's poor, broke, or being stingy with their money. Evidently, the tarot's suggesting you would feel that this person's a bit of a broke loser that could really spend a little bit more, but they just don't want to. What do I look like? A cheap little whore over here? I'm not gonna fucking put up with that shit. Well, this is all that I've got. Sorry. Oh my God. Yeah, it would suggest to Taurus that would not be thrilled with that. All right. What are you gonna suggest next? Take me to the motel? Well, yeah, but it's a Motel 6. I didn't think it was that big of a deal. Oh my God! Sorry, my imagination kind of gets the best of me. I swear I'm normal in real life, I promise. Can you believe it? The college was trying to invite me to the honors society. Oh my God. Tell me about the person we're spying on for Taurus. How do they see Taurus currently? Person that's spying on for Taurus. Says the Fool reversed. Oh, well. What is causing the Fool to be reversed? Why do they see Taurus as Fool reversed? Actually, we don't need to clarify that. This Fool, they see you as Fool reversed. This tells us one of two, well, no, it tells us one immediate things. It tells us a Taurus that is unwilling to take a risk or views this person as too much of a risk in some ways, all right? So, well, let me rephrase that. It's either a Taurus that doesn't want to take a chance on a new situation with this person, or it is a Taurus that is seeing this particular person that we're spying on as too much of a gamble, all right? Perhaps their behavior is all over the place, or you don't trust them anymore. You're suspicious of them. Perhaps this person hasn't been the best peach in the past, and you're just like, I don't really know if I should. And the third and final reason is that there could be other reasons that are now things that have changed in your life where you may not be in the position of wanting to be so flexible and, you know, oh yeah, fuck it, let's just go and do it. Maybe in the past you were like more susceptible to just going on a random date with this person, or if they wanted to, they called you 3 months later to go to the bar and you're like, yeah, let's do it. Maybe that was you then, but now it's suggesting not so much anymore. You're like, yeah. I got Netflix and I've got to cook ramen. That's going to take a couple hours, and there's like gym next week and I got to like read a book. You know, so I don't know. Things are pretty scrambled right now, and there's still like 8 hours of TikTok that I have to review. So I just don't know. I just don't know. Maybe next week. Just kidding. So whatever. Tell us about this person that we're spying on for Taurus. What are they hiding from Taurus? Well, I don't even know if we need to ask this question, because evidently they want to come towards you. You know what? We might have to retire this deck. It's becoming impossible to shuffle it. Oh, we got a card. Do I want it to come out? It says High Priestess. Ooh, sorry. Mysterious secretive card. Person that we're spying on for Taurus. Why are they hiding the High Priestess? Tell us more. Wow, actually look at that. We may not need to ask anymore. Just remember in the beginning, this was talking about, as I mentioned, marriage-related things. And I find it funny that most of the High Priestess cards don't actually display this. So that's why it's important. If you ever want to read tarot, always pay attention to the art, because there's always messages within messages. And you'll notice that this crow is wearing a wedding veil. All right? A bride. Could that be you? And we have somebody they're interested in something that failed long term. All right? In my opinion, the High Priestess doesn't actually really talk much about marriage, but it does talk about somebody's, their mind, their conscious and subconscious mind, their thoughts, their desires. It talks about sexuality. It talks about manifestation heavily, their spirituality. There's a lot of different things, but it also talks about somebody's inner thoughts, their private thoughts, right? When the Fool gets the High Priestess, she says nothing. You'll have to figure it out yourself. Silence is golden. Oh, shit. Wow. I don't know what I'm not gonna take these, but they did pop out. We've got the Magician and Ace of Cups reversed. Strongly suggesting this person wants another start. Why is this person hiding the High Priestess? Tell us more. Person that we're spying on for Taurus. I don't know if we'll get an answer or not, but it just says Chariot. We have a Queen here. This is almost again implying that at some point you must have had some type of role that was, again, this, in my opinion, this reading is strongly suggests more for a Taurus that may have had a near marriage, or you were even married to this person, or some type of long-term commitment. This would be very suitable for that. But the reversal is almost implying, again, that something significant changed. Your role was no longer. You know, the Queen, when she's reversed, can talk about a divorced partner, separated wife, no longer wifey or hubby. If you're a guy watching, again, if you're a guy watching, you can just flip it. This person is reflecting on overcoming obstacles, challenges. And this Knight of Cups came over the Queen of Cups reversed. Suggesting also, this whole reading pretty much immediately suggests a Taurus that seems to be disconnected from this person. The only person here that is showing any type of interest in this, it suggests, is this person, the person we're spying on. So for that to happen probably tells me that the situation was definitely way in the past, and a Taurus that just gradually lost interest, just gave up on the situation, has moved on, it's done. Why is this person retained such interest is another story, all right? The only clue is it's telling us this person still has some type of emotional interest in you. But one would ask the question, is that current? I mean, people change. So it's like, what kind of love and feelings and how you were and how you acted, that was then and isn't now. So is it just nostalgia driving this? Like the fantasy of how you used to be and not how you are in reality now? What is the problem in this situation? There's a tower here. What is the driving problem between Taurus and this person we're spying on? So we have Justice reversed, and we have Six of Pentacles reversed. So we have Libra and Taurus energy here. This Justice being reversed is a major red flag, because it is probably implying two things here. One, that there's been, if there was divorce or there was anything like that, like two people moving out, there could have been bad blood between each other, arguments, or even a legal matters, or it could talk about court-related matters. If you had any court-related issues with this person, it is highlighting that. Restraining orders, anything to do with the court system, we apply here. It's also suggesting with Six of Pentacles reversed, a lack of equal give and take between each other. This could be selfish motives, people that were, it was every man or woman for themselves type thing. One minute you were my ride or die, and the next week we were, again, every man for himself type thing. All right. Or it can imply somebody that was just taking all the time and not really contributing much to the connection. Taking it for granted, that's possible too. I know there's going to be some of you that are going to be like, well, I gave everything. Okay, that's fine, all right? Just apply it how you see it there. But it is suggesting that is a serious problem, all right? There's definitely, it would imply, with justice being reversed there, that there's some type of issues between the both of you, you and this person, that probably has not been resolved yet. Which is probably why maybe you don't want, I don't know, you've been hesitant towards this person. Custody thing, anything to do with custody could be a big thing here. How does Taurus see this person that we're spying on Taurus? Card comes out. Let's see what it is. Two of Cups. This person could be, well, if you see them like that, this person may already be involved with somebody. Who knows? Tell us about Two of Cups. Card comes over the Knight of Cups reversed. Five of Cups reversed. Wow, that is powerful. Look at that. So this being reversed tells us, from a Taurus side, that this would be, this person that we're spying on would be coming around to you, making romantic advances, or they'd be doing something. It is showing the opposite, that this person hasn't been doing that. And the only reason we know that is because it's saying Five of Pentacles reversed, to come out the cold. So in other words, it's a Taurus that has got the sense that this person has not taken any effort to approach you romantically. Again, supporting the idea that this was a very disconnected connection that you haven't done anything with. It's almost implying that you may see this person as involved with somebody else, or even if you have no proof of it, you may believe that they are involved with somebody else, or something around that. Who knows? Maybe this person's fucking married for all we know. But if they are in a connection, then it is suggesting they are thinking about you. Hopefully it's not like a... Hopefully this person's not wanting seconds. I think I'm being told to shut up at this point. That's what I got for you, Taurus. All right. In summary, what did we learn here? You've got a person here that seems to be from the past that you probably had either a marriage with, near marriage, or there was an idea to go towards marriage that fell through. Okay? It ended. What is driving this person towards you now? It's telling us this Queen of Cups. It suggests this person wants to hang out, hook up, and, I don't know, see where things go. All right? They see you as potentially holding back or unwilling to take a risk. Maybe this person has approached you once before or said, hey, what are you doing? Love to come see you. I don't know about that. Don't know. All right? This is suggesting, we're going to go off with the suggestion that this person is still seeing some type of potential rekindling of what was lost, or who knows, future plans to put you at the altar. All right. I think that's more of a fantasy, if I'm honest. You know, you got to be wary when something like that happens. Strong suggestion of fantasies playing out here. It is telling us you guys had some serious problems with, again, I gave you the potentials there, legal or something, or potential imbalance. One person was maybe an unrequited kind of situation. All right. And again, it kind of seems like you feel that this person really hasn't made much effort to approach you again. And even if they have, all right, you may have felt that it was insincere. All right. Good luck to you, Taurus. That's what I got for you. Take it or leave it. All right. I guess you're not interested in the Grand Slam special, it would suggest. At least that was the most powerful takeaway for your reading. I spent a little bit of extra time for your reading. All right, because I kind of feel like whenever I do your sign, I just breeze through it, and I don't really know like much about Taurus, like, you know, Well, no, not know about it. I just don't really, I don't know. I don't really know too many Taurus. Well, I do know one. There is one that I for sure know about. It's a very peculiar and interesting experience with that one particular Taurus. Really opened my eyes to the possibilities of what Taurus is all about. Gemini. Tell me about the person our Geminis want to spy on. Who is this person? What can we know? What can I know? What can Gemini know? Card comes out. It says Queen of Pentacles reversed. Clarify the Queen of Pentacles reversed. Do I have a Fool here? I'm going to take that as a top energy. Clarify the Queen of Pentacles reversed. Why are they being described as that? So it just says Wheel of Fortune reversed. What was the problem? Why didn't it work out with Gemini? What is the problem? It says couldn't work with each other. All right. We'll come back to this, Gemini, but the preliminary is suggesting this is a person that just couldn't make it work with you no matter what they did. So whenever Wheel of Fortune is here, it is telling us that the universe or life itself, just the way society, events, the way everything works out, plays out, it just doesn't go in this person's favor, all right? This is best known as you got unlucky, bad timing, wrong place, wrong time, all right? Not meant to be. The Queen being reversed here, it does kind of imply, and I said this in, I believe it was Taurus or Aries reading, that potentially at some point you were of significance to this person, all right? Whenever we see this Queen of Pentacles, it tells us that there was some type of interest in a long-term commitment or effort being applied towards that. It is a homebody energy. It is a card that is best suitable for kids, marriage, romance. Well, not so much romance, but long-term gigs. Let's make this work. Let's build a future. All right, it's reversed here. All right, this can tell us about divorces. It can tell us about a partner that was supposed to be a wife. Or in this case, if you're a guy watching this, flip it as a husband that is no longer. All right. It's telling us that you guys apparently you couldn't work with each other. All right. Anytime the Three of Pentacles pops up and it's reversed, it's an I card, which tells us that it's an individual that oftentimes wants to run the show by themselves, feels that they've got all the answers, and they really don't need to work as a team. Don't need to. Why work as a team when I am the best? I already know what I'm doing. When it comes into relationships, that is a person that kind of feels that I don't need your input or your opinion. This is what needs to be done. This is how it is. And, you know, you don't like it? Well, not my problem. This could be a person that also doesn't, that, you know, you can bring up a problem to them and it's just like, it's just not a problem. Okay, you're overthinking it. It's like they're writing it off. Well, to them, they may feel in that moment that maybe they have the answer to the solution or they know better, but really what that's doing is it's writing off the other person as their opinion is not valid. It's relevant. And people, turns out, don't like that. Get frustrated. So something you would suggest a bit dysfunctional here. Tell us about the person that we're spying on for Gemini. What is this person thinking about towards Gemini? Okay, we have a Queen of Cups reversed. So we got some Cancer energy. And we have the Four of Cups upright, and we have the Four of Wands here. So we've got Aries, Cancer, Cancer. Whoever this person is immediately thinking that you are shut off to them, Gemini. You have lost interest in the desire for anything long-term with this person. As far as your heart is concerned, your passion, your pizzazz has fizzled off. This combination strongly tells me in some ways that you must have had a very big drive towards this person. It could have been an individual, an ex-partner that you really couldn't get enough of, or even if you knew they were bad news, you still wanted to dick around with it. You believed, you had hope. It's gonna get better. I just know it will. But it's implying here that maybe you finally saw the light and all of that has changed. All right. For both of these to go reverse tells us that something pretty big or accumulation of bad events must have occurred for you to get to that point of no return. All right. This person seems to be going through the should've, the could've, the would've. All right. It also tells us that this person is apparently disappointed with what they have around them, and they are now longing and yearning for things that have passed. Well, it turns out that the grass actually isn't greener on the other side. All right. I'm not saying their life is a train wreck, but it does sometimes talk about a person that is probably has other things going on in their life. Maybe they've met other people. Maybe it doesn't mean to say that they're not dating or getting around or making money and stuff like that, but they just may be in a state where, for whatever reason, not having all gem around is kind of, annoying them or bothering them. All right. And there's a bit of a reflection about things that happened, and maybe I should have done this, and maybe I should have cared a bit more, or maybe I shouldn't have argued with this. And why can that happen? It can happen when time has passed and they start to maybe interact with other people, and then again things get worse, or maybe it's just they start to reflect that maybe actually it wasn't so bad and I thought it was bad, but now it's really not. This person is clearly thinking about something that was functional between the both of you. This immediately gives us a huge suggestion that whatever this person has found has been probably more dysfunctional or more problematic, and now they're starting to realize that perhaps it really wasn't so bad with you. All right? Things were a lot more... It could be something small, too. Like, they missed just the waking up, having coffee, making some breakfast, and it was just super straightforward. It may not have been the most exciting connection, but it was functional. And they may be just missing something as small as that, right? This also would apply for somebody that's getting older. Starting tastes change. You know, no longer interested in going into the club anymore. All right. This could also be a reflection on your behavior, Gemini. I'm not saying all of you are diamonds and pearls, all right? But there's something this person's clearly missing. Oh, yes, Wes. You know, I am pretty perfect according to God, but good to see this person's finally getting it. You're not helping your case, Gemini. How does this person see Gemini? This person that we're spying on for Gemini. So we have this 5 of Pentacles reversed, and we have 9 of Wands. So we have Scorpio, Sagittarius. All right. The Scorpio energy tells us a little bit something here, because it does suggest Scorpio is quite a sign that applies. In my opinion, this card should be more Scorpio energy. Okay. I didn't write tarot, but whatever. I think it should be more for the sign of Scorpio, because it can talk about regrets and things like that that can really kind of sting, all right, and last a long time, right? Now, this person must have felt at some point that you were quite bummed out with this connection, all right? I would imagine this is a Gemini that took quite some time to get over this person, all right? It's entirely possible that this person probably even felt that you would never get over this person, but it's suggesting here you did. And this 9 of Wands also suggests another thing. It says that you are quite resistant to this person. They see you as very guarded or resistant to them, right? 9 of Wands is somebody that is protecting what they got, all right? They've gone through a journey. They've warded off people from the 7 of Wands energy. They're standing up for themselves. They've invested in themselves. They're pushing forwards. But at the same time, they've learned a thing or two, and they're not going to give up what they have very easily, all right? So this can talk about a Gemini that's a bit guarded, not to everybody, just to this person. Why? Because you've seen something that you didn't like, or you've had an experience that wasn't very good. So this person feels that if you are mourning this person we're spying on, and you had a hard time getting over them, it's almost suggesting from their standpoint that you've moved on. All the energy here is suggesting to us that you have done just that. Your interest has gone. And I've said this once in a video, but it was a quote one of my ex-partners from a long time. This was like in my 20s, mid-20s actually, and she said it so like with satisfaction on her tongue. That ship sailed. I was like, the fuck? I hated that. That ship sailed. I'm not getting back with you anymore. Okay, bitch. Do what you want. Whatever. That ship sailed. Tell us about this person we're spying on for Gemini. What is this person hiding from Gemini? Person that we're spying on for Gemini, what are they hiding? Please be a Ferrari. This is critical. It says the King of Pentacles. Here's what you need to know, Gemini. This immediately tells us that this person has strong interest to return whatever this was in the past, all right? The only problem is they're missing their queen, all right? If you're a male watching, just flip it, all right? This tells us that Has something changed with this person? We don't know. My guess, based on the energy of this reading, is that something has changed with this person. I would place money on it that it's something to do with maturity or time or growing up or things changing. Life is never the same. 10 years ago is not today. All right, people change in different ways. This person's priorities is implying, it, I would take a guess, has shifted. What has caused that shift? Who knows? Use your imagination. There's a million things, you know. If you have a person that has dated 10 different people since they dated you, I can guarantee you they're going to be a different person from all their experiences, all right? What their needs and their priorities are. For some reason, this person is seeing you as now a compatible match for them, all right? The problem is that it's a question of how do they convince you to do that, Gemini, all right? I think they strongly feel that, oh, you know, turns out Gemini actually would have been a pretty good match for me. But this reading does kind of imply that the biggest issue and hurdle in it is that it seems like there's too much distance that's occurred. This is why I think this Fool came out. It talks about a fresh start, taking a chance, taking a risk on some journey. How would Gemini see this person if they came around? This person that we're spying for Gemini, how would Gemini react or see them? Wow, it says you would. It went over the 9 of Wands, but it says the Ace of Pentacles. So you would know that this king is offering their pentacle to you. I could clarify it further, but I'm not, because I don't want to break the suspension or mystery. All right? This is telling us that you would be open to it, but it doesn't tell us, well, I could find out, but I'm not. It doesn't say anything more about where it would go after that. What did we learn here in summary, Gemini? This reading is, in my opinion, a potential prediction. I don't say that about every reading, but this one seems like it's a potential prediction that this is an individual from the past that you definitely would have had to have a lot of time with, that things fizzled out, separated. You may have put a lot of effort and time into this person. In my opinion, there's probably you and them are no longer the same people, so that could be a challenge here. It kind of suggests you are guarded towards this person, or you're unwilling to give up what you have now very easily because maybe you're concerned this person will screw it up for you, right? It is suggesting that this person's aware that you're kind of a little bit resistant to them, so they know that. But they are, in my opinion, manifesting the potential come around between the both of you. This has high potential for it being short-lived, right? It's a situation where it'll either go somewhere or it won't, all right? This person seems to be interested in the long-term aspect of this connection, all right? They may attempt to shoot their shot. Only question is what you will do with that. I think if you say no or it just doesn't go anywhere, then that'll be the end of this connection forever. All right? Good luck to you, Gemini. That's what I got for you. That is what I've got for you. Will Gemini, here's your bonus question. If this King of Pentacles offers their pentacle to Gemini and invites Gemini out for a grand slam at Denny's, will Gemini be interested? I asked this in one other reading and the sign said no. Who knows, maybe you're interested. It says you would be very stressed out about it. So I guess that's probably going to be a no. Why would it stress Gemini out or bother Gemini about having a grand slam at Denny's with this person? It says the 8 of Pentacles. You're not really sure it's going to work out. All right. Well, what would be, why would, that's telling us there's a maybe there. There's Gemini like taking that offer and like, I mean, what the fuck do I do with this? No, there's you reading the menu. Oh my God, I think you would. There's you, Gemini, reading the menu at Denny's. Oh my God. No, you can do a little bit better than fucking Denny's. Oh my Lord. Oh no, Gemini. I thought you were supposed to be an expensive sign. What the hell? Taurus said no to Denny's, apparently. Good luck to you. Ay, ay, ay. All right. Cancer. Tell me about a person our Cancers want to spy on. Who is this person? What can we know about them? Person our Cancers want to spy on. It says the 7 of Swords and the 5 of Swords. Wow. This could be a situation between a Cancer and somebody where you kind of get the sense there's a lot of cat and mouse going on. Or avoiding each other, or being in the background. This can talk about mind games. It can talk about game playing with each other. This can also suggest, if it was past energy, that there was a heavy amount of conflict, or people kind of being, look at that, and that is, look, what, fucking 7 of Swords again. Deception could be a thing here. I mean, there's really 0 things I could say that are positive about this combination. So this tells us that it was a Cancer involved with somebody where there was a bit of drama or chaos, all right? But both of these energies can talk about underhanded behaviors, all right? The 7 of Swords can also tell us it was somebody, with this combination going to the 5 of Swords, it can tell us that it was somebody trying to one-up the other person. I'll have the last laugh, or I'm going to stay one step ahead of you. Right? Whenever you see this energy, 0 chance connection will ever work. But who knows? We'll see what comes out here. Maybe it was just a short-term thing, for all I know. With also the 5 of Swords here, this can also, for some of you, even talk about situations that this is like either trying to get back at one another or doing things that are not so good, that it goes as far as, like, even if you lose, it doesn't matter. This is like somebody burning the house down even when they live there. It's like, well, I screwed you. Yeah, but you screwed yourself too. Doesn't matter. I don't care. Tell us about this person that has some type of conflict or drama with Cancer. The 7 of Swords, 5 of Swords. What are they thinking about towards Cancer? Okay, we're not going to use this. Too many cards. This deck needs to be replaced badly. We've got a card that wants to come out. We have Ace of Swords reversed. This is suggesting this person immediately is thinking that you're hiding something or not telling them the truth, or you're keeping a secret from the past. What else are they thinking about? Another card wants to come out. It says Knight of Wands reversed. Tell me about the Knight of Wands reversed. is Ace of Wands. This is suggesting this person, man, you guys, I mean, this has got to be for a Cancer that has this has got to be like a high energy, high octane drama fest kind of connection with this person, right? I already know, maybe towards the end, I'm probably gonna, I'll see if I do another Cancer reading, all right? Because this is only gonna, I can immediately tell this reading is only gonna apply to a very small group of Cancers, all right? This is most certainly a dysfunctional Cancer that is with a dysfunctional person, all right? This person is hesitant about wanting to come around, all right? This Knight of Wands is showing I'm not so sure energy, but yes, I want to at the same time. This is like somebody that will put their foot in the door, try to go out on a dinner date, and then just as fast as they've done that, they're gone, because they're, again, they don't know, they don't maybe trust the situation. It's suggesting with the Ace of Swords reversed, there's uncertainty here. But given this is showing, it's high potential this person is suspicious about stuff that's happened. Maybe they feel that you're playing games with them. This is like probably unresolved past drama. How does this person see Cancer? The person we're spying on for Cancer. I'm going to take this. We split the deck on the Queen of Cups reversed. High suggestion this person feels you don't care. It's a Cancer that is cold-hearted. What is this person hiding from Cancer? Person that we're spying on for Cancer. Says Two of Wands reversed. It's saying they don't know what to do about the situation. That's why it's being hidden here, because really the answer is, I should move on from this. I should never deal with this again. But it's actually saying they're stuck on it. Probably because this, whatever this drama is bothering them. Maybe I should. Maybe I shouldn't. I really just don't know what to do, and it's bothering the shit out of me. No, let's use this deck. Why are they hiding Two of Wands reversed? Do have this Hermit here. Again, I'm going to take that. Because this is further suggesting this person is, this is what they're hiding, is that the situation is bothering them. They can't figure out what to do. How does Cancer feel about this person that we're spying on in this reading? How does Cancer feel towards this person? Also have disappointment here. It is Cancer energy. I might take that. How does Cancer feel towards this person that we're spying on for Cancer? Card does come out and it goes over Two of Wands reversed. It's Four of Cups. What are the fucking odds of that? Look at that. Four of Cups to Four of Cups. Evidently, this is a Cancer that is incredibly disappointed with this person. Just look at the card. This was clearly a connection. Here's my final thoughts on this reading, and I'm done with it. All right. This most certainly would apply to a small group of Cancers. All right. If you are a functional Cancer, this most certainly would not apply to you. This is talking about a Cancer that has drug issues, alcoholic issues, a Cancer that is hillbilly status, drama-like. If you know drama is just a part of your life, this is your reading here. All right. This is talking about a situation that most certainly was high octane, adrenaline junkie status. You know, dealing with a person where it's back and forth, clearly got problems and issues. All right. I think there's a strong chance that this has probably been an on and off connection. Lots of drama, lots of fighting, lots of suspicion that either one is cheating on each other. Problems. This Cancer was most certainly hoping for something better. If only it was going to change. I would imagine this is also Cancer that is reflecting on other situations that were better than this one. I don't know. This person may, in some ways, have a wish and a hope that things will get better between the both of you, but it's already showing a Cancer that just doesn't care anymore. That's a problem. This person's stuck. There's a lot of unproductivity in this connection. What is driving this? This person seems to have still some type of unfinished business that they don't have clarity over. They're still going back and forth in their mind whether they should approach you again. It's in other words that they're chasing the romance that is no longer. All right. This is clearly a Cancer that I think is just... The problem with the Cancer energy, though, is it's implying that you're not entirely closed off to this person. It's just that there's so much disappointment clouding anything that's good. All right. So you're not impressed anymore. It almost looks like this person may have in the past been bringing Cancer things, trying to impress Cancer, and Cancer just wasn't interested. I just don't care anymore. All right. So we'll consider doing another Cancer reading at the end, hopefully for functional Cancers. This one's for a dysfunctional Cancer that, I don't know, you know, you're just as bad as this person. It would be one of those kinds of readings. All right. Good luck to you, Cancer. Let's go to the next reading. I don't know who that was for, but somebody. Let's go to Leo. Leo! Bargain Tigers! Where are my Walmart, my discount Tigers, my Costco Tigers? You know, forget about Sam's Club. I think Team Costco is going to win just because the hot dog and drink package is still unbeatable. Let's be honest. Let's be genuine with ourselves. All right, just can't beat that. And for those of you who just want to be a regular lion, you can do that, I guess. Tell us about a person we're spying on for the sign of Leo. Who is this person? What can we know? We have the Ace of Wands here. This is a person that has interest in our Bargain Tigers again. Ace of Wands is a powerful card in the tarot. It is strong energy. It is a spark card. It is a dick card. All right. It is somebody that is showing interest in another. In this case, you. All right. It is somebody that would like to try and see where things go, because you'll only know if you put some effort into it. All right. Tell us about this person who has interest in a Leo. What are they thinking about? We have 9 of Cups reversed, so we have some Pisces energy showing. What else are they thinking about towards Leo? So they're in reflection with this 9 of Cups energy here. Okay. This is telling us that they are reflecting on past failures between you and them. All right. What caused the 9 of Cups to go reversed between this person and Leo? What caused that? What was the problem, challenge, issue? It says 4 of Wands reversed. So evidently, you guys were not peas in the pod, it would suggest here. The 4 of Wands reversed can talk about stalled progression. It can talk about a lack of achievement. You can talk about 2 people that just couldn't get it together. All right. One minute they were progressing from the Ace of Wands to the 2 of Wands to the 3 of Wands, but just couldn't make it past that next milestone. What caused that? It could have been a multitude of things. Disagreements, arguments. You guys just got bored with each other. One person was getting a wandering eye with somebody else. Okay, it can talk about breakups with that card. All right, there is reflection here. This person is reflecting on what happened. That's what it's suggesting they're thinking about or their focus is on. All right. The Hermit also tells us about the road ahead. It also implies this person is probably looking for a solution. If they did come around, what would be different? All right. Clearly, this didn't work out the last time. So how do we not do that? Tell us about this person that we're spying on for Leo. How do they see Leo? Oh god, there's too many cards. We'll take this though. We have Devil reversed. So this is suggesting a detachment from whatever situation you had. The fact that Devil is here does imply that whoever this person was somebody that you probably went around in circles with or even had some conflict with, all right? Now, the card with the Devil energy is so many different meanings that it can potentially talk about. There's a website, and I can't remember the name of it. I think it's like Red Tarot or something like that. Red Book or Red Tarot or Red something. But they have all kinds of descriptions on cards, and a lot of it, in my opinion, it's just people writing shit because they're bored, because like it goes into pages and pages and pages with some of these cards, and the Devil is one of them. So there's a lot of different interpretations by a lot of different authors about what this card really represents, all right? So I typically, when I do read it, I always take in consideration the most important thing, the imagery. And in this case, we can see the Devil versus this little page here, all right? So this can talk about intimidation. So there could have been a little bit of that going on between each other, which tells us that there was probably conflict, maybe even at some point people kind of causing a bit of drama with each other, all right? This could have been a situation that went sour and there could have been some bitterness involved, all right? The Devil also talks about things where situations can linger on unnecessarily and they become like, you know, people that aren't affiliated or involved in this might be like, why are you still dealing with this? What this has been going on forever, all right? But it's showing detachment here. So at some point, this whatever is roller coaster, it ended. The party stopped. All right. There's a removal of energy. But this person still associates you to that. All right. Why is this important to know this? Because it gives you a clue on who it might be. All right. Clearly, if it wasn't your Tinder date that you had all this drama with, then we can rule them out. What is this person hiding from Leo? The person that we're spying on for Leo, what might they be hiding from Leo? What can we know? It's 3 cards. We're not going to take that. It's going to be 1 card. 3 cards again. Whatever. We'll just fucking take it. All right. We have Lovers reversed. We have the Ace of Cups, okay, and we have the 3 of Swords reversed. One thing that's evident with this person is that they most certainly are still reflecting on a potential romantic offer, but there is this reflection about you two being over. All right, so this person is still hiding the fact that they are aware that you and them are a flop, are a failure, didn't work. Have moved on, but there's still interest for some reason to reconnect with you. Do I think this is suggesting that this person wants to pick up where they left off? I don't think so. I think what this is more suggesting is a curiosity about exploring what they didn't finish. Like, well, maybe it is picking up where they left off, but it's more like a curiosity to just see. That's what it is. That's what I'm trying to say. It's more the interest of Am I wrong? Maybe maybe there is something more to this. This would be like that curiosity where this person would want to maybe just come around to just, you know, talk again and see if you're interested to go to the movies or go and do something and just see how it goes. There's some interest. It almost seemed from this person like they just want to know, right? But they're keenly aware that you and them had problems, or it just didn't work the last time. There's a lot of reflection about that. This could be a degree of wishful thinking. If this person came around to Leo and asked Leo on a date, how would Leo react? How would Leo feel? 2 cards come out. Oh my god. Says you might be interested. Look at that. You may actually be interested. Wasn't expecting that. How would Leo see this person? Okay, there's 2 cards here. We are not going to take it, but let me see. It says Magician reversed. Well, actually, I will take those. We have Queen of Pentacles and Magician reversed. This, again, is suggesting a Leo that may have interest in this person, but there's uncertainty on whether this could actually work. All right. The Magician revert, when it's reversed, is kind of a problem card because it can tell us the means to actually facilitate and make something happen may not be there. It also talks about the spiritual belief, the connection you have with your higher power, or whatever that may be. Could be a potato. It could be the spaghetti monster in the sky, or maybe it is a spiritual entity. Right? It really depends on what you believe, but there is a reference between that spiritual connection that one has and their belief that they can make something happen. That it's like your intuition. You know when you have all the means, the universe is aligning to make something happen for you. This is suggesting a concern or a lacking around that. So in other words, a Leo that's, I don't really know, right? So this could also be for a Leo that is feeling like they don't, like they're at that point in their life where it's like they just want something to work, right? It's showing them here, this king here. But this king, even if they came around, it would not suggest that their heart is on a platter. They're trying to be more mature and stuff like that, but this is not a very romantic king. So I'd imagine that this would be a Leo that is a bit more open to this person than they are to Leo. So this would be a bit more cautious energy. So this person is taking a chance but playing it safe at the same time. But it's almost implying that you would still have interest to this person, oddly enough. What was the challenge or the barrier to this person the last time? It says the King of Pentacles and it went over the 9 of Cups reversed. So it's pointing to them as being an issue. Or something. This could have been a person with the king here. They may have been focusing heavily on their job or their priorities, or they may have had like specific things or values that were important to them. Maybe they had kids they had to take care of, or I don't know, past commitments or things that were, you know, this kind of to me seems, if I'm honestly, like more of a mature kind of connection. You know, it's like adult related problems, not so much a young adult, you know. There's a lot of like boring energy here, which tells me it's more of a mature connection. I'm kind of bored reading it. Just kidding. Why was the king the problem? Tell us about the King of Pentacles. What was the issue with the King of Pentacles? It was imbalances saying. Something didn't work. Whoever this person was that's suggesting, Leo, they're... Now, let's not go ahead and trash this person, all right? Because it is telling us King of Pentacles is still a good person. They still have a lot of priorities, a lot of good to offer. It is a positive card in the tarot, but it's saying that there was some issue around that. So, could it be that this person wasn't wanting to play this role? That's a possibility too, all right? I think that's less likely, all right? But it could be suggesting that this king had certain things that were important to them, or they had commitments, or they had other things that they were focused on, career or finance. This could have been somebody like, I know I haven't been giving you much time, but I just, it's my job, and I got to travel, I got to go and do this, and it is what it is. It's like, really what that's communicating potentially to a Leo is, you're my second priority, not my first. Sorry. It is what it is. You just got to understand. This could have been a Leo that just probably didn't take that too well, right? There could have been some debates around, schedules and things, right? So, that's what I got for you, Leo, all right? This reading overall confuses me a little bit because the one thing that's really and truly lacking is it seems a bit stale. I'm not seeing energy that really suggests anything crazy or chemistry related. This is the only card that could suggest some life in this connection. This would probably best describe a Leo, and this person might be kind of more laid back, mature people, or they're really not, maybe I'm just not seeing the potential here, but maybe it's more a laid back kind of life, more of an emphasis on just routine here with this connection. People that could have higher than normal IQs would be possible here too. Maybe having a dinner date. I asked in Gemini, Taurus and Gemini, I think, about the IHOP. If this person came around and took you to IHOP or Denny's, I want to see how you would feel about that. Let's see. I think if I remember right, Taurus said no, the person was too cheap. Gemini said, why not? Let's see what you say. If this person we're spying on for Leo came around to Leo and offered them a dinner date to Denny's, how would Leo feel about that? It goes over the Devil reversed. It says 7 of Pentacles reversed. Why would it suggest that? What would be the issue with that? The Justice reversed. Why would that bother? Why would that bother Leo? This almost implies that you would feel that this person's approach is very imbalanced, and this is something that's been apparently done before, or I don't know, because the 7 of Pentacles, when it's reversed, it can talk about like repetitive behaviors or things that have happened before, and you're asking the question of why is it happening again if we know that didn't work the last time. Justice reversed, talk about imbalance. Why would Leo have such an issue with going to Denny's for a Grand Slam? Why would it? What is? I just don't get it. What is? The reverse, you just be undecided about it. I don't know. What is the true reason there? I'm not so sure. But I'm gonna say, based off the energy, just in general here, it's showing that you would be hesitant, uncertain. You may even wonder what the fuck this person's doing, even proposing such a thing to you. All right. I just feel like, why? Why would you do that? I don't know. Maybe this person's tried to pull a Denny's on you in the past, and you're just like, I went flame, you mignon. He's not getting it. God, what's next? Golden Corral? You know, that's not so bad, if I'm honest, right? All you can eat. That's like, that's a date really thinking ahead there, Leo. Like, if you really think about it, it's not them being cheap. You know, why give you, like, this person wants to show how much they love you. Why give you just one plate of food when you can have unlimited? I mean, that shows that they're thinking above and beyond, right? Would Leo be interested in Golden Corral if this person said they can have unlimited plates? I'm going to take that more of a yes. I'm just kidding. That was more of a joke there. Good luck to you, Leo. Thanks for watching. Make sure you hype the video if you would. It's kind of an interesting reading, actually. Virgo! How are all my lovely Virgos doing? I hope you're doing great. Tell me about the person our Virgos want to spy on. Who is this person? What can we know? I'm going to take that. What is it? So we got Libra energy here with the Two of Swords. We will proceed to clarify those swords. What is the right sword talking about? Person that we're spying on for Virgo, what is the right sword suggesting? Says 10 of Wands reversed, so we have Sagittarius energy with that card. There's the upright. It's reversed here, suggesting not good things. What is the left sword telling us? Person that we're spying on for Virgo. It says a Tower. Well, neither one of these are good. Okay, so we'll come back to that. This is evidently a person that's lacking in the confidence department. Tell us about this person that is in Two of Swords energy towards Virgo, the person we're spying on for Virgo. What is on their mind? What are they thinking about towards Virgo? Let's use the Darkwood Tarot. Got the Witch's Tarot. I don't really like this deck anymore, but sometimes it used to be a pretty good deck, but I don't know. Maybe it needs to be replaced. We have 8 of Cups here. So we have Pisces energy. What else? We have another Tower. Wow. Double Tower in a reading. Don't see that every day. What happened with it? Why is the Tower here? What is the issue, challenge, problem that the universe had an issue with? It says justice. Wow. Evidently something went down here. So here's where we're at, all right? Whoever this person is, it has to be, there was about a 95 or 98% chance suggestion that it has to be a person that you had some type of major fallout with, conflict, drama, anything significant, all right? This is not just telling a little fib or a little lie, or somebody, maybe you had a little argument about what we had for dinner. It's none of that, all right? This is something where it could have gone as far as somebody getting caught cheating. It could have been somebody screwing somebody over. It could have been some type of very unhealthy dynamic, all right? Towers don't happen for no reason. They happen because something is so imbalanced that the universe has to correct it, and it is suggesting just that, all right? This can also talk about legal stuff, real life legal stuff. If you had any type of divorce proceedings, if you had any type of run-ins, restraining orders, if you had, I don't know, civil suit, maybe this person crashed your car, all right? Or they took some money from you. Maybe they tried to come around and tell you, that wasn't me, you got it all wrong, I don't know. All right, something around that. But it's showing having to leave the situation, walk away from it. Why? Because the fucking tower is burning. So this is suggesting here, just give me 1 second here. Hold on, 1 second. All right, sorry about that. All right, so this is suggesting a major blowout here. And what they're showing here with 10 of Wands reversed, this is showing defeat or giving up, whoever this person is, and it's showing reflection on this tower, so there's really nothing on this person's mind that is positive, unfortunately. They're reflecting on what happened. They're looking at it's potentially just a lost cause at this point. How does this person see Virgo? All right. Despite everything that I've just told you, this person is still hoping that something will go in their favor, or something will change or turn around. This is wishful thinking. It is a wish card. All right. This person is hoping that things will somehow resolve, and they probably are aware that the only way to do so would be the universe concocting a solution. What is this person hiding from Virgo? Person that we're spying on for Virgo. Card does come out. Says the world. Why is this person hiding the world from Virgo? Does show the Hermit here. Again, this person is showing strong energy that they want to close whatever this is out and still make something work between the both of you. The World card is a very positive card in the tarot. It is a major arcana. It does tell us about somebody that could cross the next chapter, all right? But in order to do so, you have to close out past baggage, cycles, drama. You have to learn from it, grow from it. This person seems to be in a heavy reflection around that with Hermit going over it. Because this is not. It is the opposite of this. This person's wanting the opposite of what's going on here. Again, wishful thinking here. And we also have a connection here. I'm going to take that because it strongly suggests that this person is bummed out. That's why their energy is showing here. How would Virgo see this person if they came around to Virgo? I'm going to take this because we split the deck and it shows Two of Swords. And I'm going to take that too. This is strong. And I'm going to take this because this probably implies I'll probably take that as well. Because this is strongly implying to us that it's a Virgo that is also on the fence about this person. This can imply to us that you have a lot of reservations around this person, but what is causing this dilemma is that you also have some positive memories around this person. A lot of good times. In other words, not all is bad. There clearly was something positive here, but again, what caused this tower to occur? You know, it had to have been something major. You know, finding out that this person is still unfortunately involved with their ex-partner, or had a situation going on the whole time you didn't know. This is showing on your side, Virgo, like, I know I shouldn't, but it's showing heavy. I just don't know what to do. I mean, the Eight of Swords is like a Virgo that is going through all kinds of issues, things. It's like some of these swords are good memories. Some of these swords are negative memories. Some of these swords are the conscious mind telling, or subconscious telling it's a bad idea. But there's just so many things going through. It almost causes a prison. All right. And it's leading to this indecision here. All right. But we can see that clearly these are influencing thoughts. Maybe it could still work. All right. I'm not saying this is consuming your life, but it's just showing when it comes to this situation, it becomes a problem where you can go in your head about it. You're going to have Nine of Swords here. What was the challenge or the problem? Can we know a bit more about what may have led to a problem between Virgo and this person? What may have been a potential issue? We have Death. The person that we're spying on for Virgo, what could have been a... This really just wants to come out. I'm going to take it. Tell us about Death reversed. It says well, it actually came out horizontal, but it went over the Wheel of Fortune, the Nine of Cups. What was the issue with the Nine of Cups? So it says the Hierophant reversed. So it's suggesting that... Oh, come on now. This is almost implying that potentially, and this is, take it with a grain of salt here, Virgo, but potentially that both of you actually had high hopes for this to be something that could have been successful. Nine of Cups is one away from the Ten of Cups. It is a card that talks about making it a dream coming true, a wish coming true. It is putting love, attention into something, all right? But it's saying it almost started to fail where it was going in that direction, and it's pointing out that there was differences between you and this person. Either your priorities were misaligned, or it's suggesting that one was interested in marriage and the other wasn't, all right? It can also talk about a breaking of a connection with the Hierophant reversed. It is a card of contract, so when it's reversed, it's saying that contract got torn up, all right? That can also signify divorce, unfortunately, for some of you. All right, it's saying that that was a problem. Death reversed is not ever, in my opinion, it's never good, because it kind of implies there's unresolved baggage. Where can unresolved baggage occur? In divorces, all right? Or long-term separations. This seems to be, in my opinion, Virgo, a situation that quite hasn't died yet. What's probably fueling it is past drama, the way that it ended. All right, this person still overall has some interest to come around to you. But I'm not very confident that this is a situation that could last very long, just because of the fact that there's too much uncertainty between both of you. How could, I mean, both of you are in this energy. So there is similarities between the both of you, would suggest here. A Virgo and this person that would be pretty synergistic in their qualities is possible here. You guys think the same as each other? If this person was to take Virgo out to Denny's for a grand slam, how would Virgo react to that? Wow, it actually suggests you might be interested in that. But it does say the 10 of Pentacles reversed, suggesting you may feel that this person is being very cheap about it. I've been asking that particular question throughout the signs just to gauge reaction, and most signs have pretty much said they wouldn't be interested, but it's saying Virgo would actually be interested to do that. But again, here's a treasure chest. You feel it's a little cheap. I'll go along with it. I guess as long as there's enough booze to get me through that night. I'm not really a fan of the Grand Slam, but why not? Wow. So I think there's only been one other sign that's been interested in going to Denny's, and you're one of them. Who knows? Maybe a little Grand Slam is all you need to break this barrier between the both of you. Tell me more about what this person is hiding from Virgo. It says again a lot. Okay, so it's not going to tell us much differently. I have 7 of Cups. Here's my final overall opinion, Virgo. This is a person, as I said, it seems like you would know if you had a strong falling out with this person. You could be somebody that you're very closely aligned with, personality-wise. It seems you guys are synergistic in that way. All right. You both seem to have very similar energies. This must have been something that was pretty bad to pull you guys apart. There's a lot of unfinished business here. This is an individual that seems to is not done with the situation. I don't think this person really has much confidence it'll ever go anywhere, but they're still driving interest to want to do that. Even though the whole Denny's question is a bit of a joke in some ways for each sign, it's kind of I don't know if you'd take it as advice, but a bit of something unexpected that would be fun, might break this energy between the both of you. I'm not sure. I guess it depends on if it's something resolvable, because this justice was here, so maybe it could have been a legal issue, as I pointed out. It also created a problem. All right. The only thing that is a bit of a light at the end of the tunnel is it does show on your side, for some of you, still may hold on to a little bit of hope that something could be very different. Some of you may have moved on and don't care about this anymore, but whatever. Good luck to you, Virgo. That's what I got for you. All right. A lot of suggestion throughout the reads. This could be relating heavily to divorced partners, long-term partnerships that failed. Libra. Tell me about a person our Libras want to spy on. Who is this person? What can we know about them? What can I know? What can Libra know? It says the Ace of Cups, so this is a person that is wanting to come towards you, or potentially for some of you already has. We do have doubled here. I don't know if I'm gonna. We also have a king here. I'm not going to take this, but we'll see if it pops up again. This can suggest somebody you've had a bit of a, I don't know, an unhealthy cycle with before, but we don't know that for sure yet. All right, Ace of Cups is very nice. it is showing renewed romantic interest in you or some desire. It doesn't mean to say that it'll ever go anywhere, but it is a start card, so it says potential. It's showing interest. That's really the most important thing here. And you want to see that their heart is potentially open to you, all right? What is this person thinking about towards Libra? Wow, you get Ace of Wands. This is, wow. This could even be somebody that's wanting to kickstart something strongly. I'm going to take this too. We have 6 of Swords here. What was the issue with 6 of Swords? Why are they thinking about 6 of Swords? Person that we're spying on for Libra. Why 6 of Swords in there? I'm going to take that again. Well, so it's showing they've been in thought for a long time about moving, progressing the connection somewhere better, or resolving something, or overcoming something, recovery, or getting over something. We have 4 of Wands. That's pretty powerful too. This does talk about a relationship or having a connection. Right? How does this person see Libra, the person that we're spying on for Libra? Just immediately it's telling us in plain English, the person is looking at a reconnecting with you for a connection. Saying justice, dealing with something. They see you as dealing with something here. It could be with justice. It could be legal. All right. It could be resolving something in your life, or you've made some changes in your life. All right. This could have also been past energy if they see you as somebody that they have to go to court with. We have Ace of Cups again. That is wild. What is this person hiding from Libra? They also see you in, what am I saying, your own energy here, all right? With justice, it can also tell us in some ways that they see you as kind of like a bit particular. All right, it does talk with justice, somebody that is not just like they're not gonna just take anything. All right, they may be particular about what they want. All right, because it is a card that does reflect on the scales of balance. You may be looking for, it could be a Libra that is looking for a certain way of life. What is this person that we're spying on for Libra? What are they hiding? You got a lot of start cards. Good. Wow, this person does have emotional interest in you and is what they're hiding. That is wild. This is a pretty straightforward reading. There's really no mystery to it. Not much. Evidently, this person is still emotionally interested in you. What's driving that is another story, because it seems like it's coming out of left field. How would Libra see this person if they came around to offer their cup? Some of you actually may be okay with it. It's showing Wheel of Fortune, indicating that this is something that you were hoping for, a manifestation. I have King of Wands here. In other words, it was unexpected. If this person offered to take Libra to get a grand slam at Denny's, how would Libra feel about it? Wow, you said Page of Wands reversed. Some of you may not be too enthusiastic about that. Don't worry, most of the signs have said they wouldn't be. Page of Wands reversed. I know you wanted to go there, but yeah, that's not really... yeah. Can we do something else? Page of Wands, when it's reversed, can talk about a opportunity that gets put before somebody that unfortunately gets rejected or wasted. All right, so that's saying that our Libras probably have some pretty high standards on what they consider a first date. How would Libra feel about this person? Well, if they presented a cup towards Libra. This may not apply to you, it doesn't really matter. Something the tarot says. How would Libra feel towards this person if they came around to offer their cup? So it's saying pass with the Six of Cups reversed. So this is already suggesting that it's almost implying this person's done it once before. So it's talking about a Libra that would be reflecting on the past, how it went. Again, it's still not saying it's bad though, because not all past memories are bad. What was the challenge or the problem between Libra and this person in the past? What can the tarot say? Challenge or problem between Libra and the person in the past? Try the deck. Says the Sun. Why would that be the problem? Why was the Sun the problem? I don't understand that. It says it couldn't move forward at all. What does the Sun have to do with this? What was going on in the Sun energy? It's saying too much indecision. I just don't know how the Sun energy really applies here, Libra. It can talk about illumination, clarity. It is the best card in the tarot. The Sun talks about good times, things going well in your life. It is being content with where you're at. It's saying that was a problem, evidently here. All right, and it's essentially it's saying that this bright and happy future wasn't going on. It's saying what was going on was indecisiveness, things going backwards, going around in circles. It couldn't move forward. So in other words, it must have at some point progressed and then started to stall for some reason. But that doesn't really tell us like what was causing it. That's what would be more helpful. Can we know more about the Knight of Pentacles reversed? What was causing the Knight to become reversed? Can we know? So we have the World reversed. Again, it's talking about lessons being not learned, failure with this card. Again, the World here doesn't help anything explain much more. This can also suggest repeating issues for some reason. What is this? I have 9 of Pentacles. I'm going to take that though. It's odd because the World being reversed also suggests that it couldn't grow, which also suggests with the Knight of Pentacles reversed, couldn't grow. There's a failure of growth here. It keeps highlighting that. Here's my final opinion for your reading, Libra. This reading does carry a hint of mystery in it because it does suggest in some ways that there was chemistry and passion at one point in the past here. it does show for some reason that there's sudden renewed interest towards you. It's very difficult, if impossible, for me to figure out what is driving that right now. It doesn't really explain that. It just suggests that this person we're spying on has renewed interest in you, right? What is their interest also suggesting? Moving to calmer waters. It kind of highlights that this person's aware in some ways that you and them had some things that you needed to resolve, but this person has interest. It's showing them in thought about it, right? And what this person's hiding, they still have issues for you, even if they haven't been showing you that. Well, that's because they're hiding it. All right, it's suggesting that this person does potentially could have been somebody. Again, I kind of read you the angles of the justice. It could be implying you had legal issues, or you're going on, or between each other, or you're dealing with some type of legal problems, or you've had some issues around that. Why they seen you like that could be interpreted a lot of different ways. All right. This connection seemed like it had a lot of potential, but for some reason started falling into setbacks, indecision, or somebody was constantly becoming indecisive. All right. It doesn't, again, with this reading, kind of mysterious. It doesn't really point to why what was causing the wrench in the cogwheel. So you be the judge of that. If I had to take a guess, this person will approach cautiously. If they do, this could be more, in my opinion, a Libra that's going to be very wary of this person. Yeah, that's all I got for you, Libra. Take it or leave it, all right? I also think this person may see you as a bit on the fence, or like a little bit cautious, all right? Good luck to you. What a weird, kind of a weird reading. Weird. Scorpio. Tell me about the person our Scorpios want to spy on. Oh, we got a card. All right. So we have the Star. Have a look at that person there. Jeez. Why is this person being described as the Star? The person that we're spying on. So, oh no. We have the Chariot here, clarifying to it. Wow. Maybe I'll take that. It's the way it came out. No, we won't. Oh, maybe, no, we won't. Because it's going to become a mess here. All right. This is describing some person that is overcoming something in their life, or they've resolved something, or something is going better for them. They're moving in a different direction. So we'll see how that applies to you, Scorpio. But it's suggestive. Your star is very positive. It can be somebody that is interested to communicate. It is somebody that has worked through something. Their situation could have even changed. Brand new start is possible here with the Chariot going to it. All right. This is a person with renewed optimism. So it's implying something has changed. All right. What is this person thinking about towards Scorpio? So this energy is not so bad at all. Talking about Five of Wands and their thoughts. So we have some Leo energy. We have Aquarius, Cancer, and Leo. Oh, come on now. Let's use a different deck. What else is in this person's thoughts towards Scorpio? Wow, there is this disappointment. So that's kind of surprising to see that. We have double fives here. So we have Scorpio energy and Leo. So this person is thinking about some disappointment here. All right, we can see those 3 cups there spilt. The relationship is behind them. 2 of Cups is a union card, so this is talking probably about you and them. So there is some disappointment about what happened. This person may also be wondering if you are dealing with other people. This card can talk about dating prospects. This could be suggesting why they're being described as this. Somebody that's trying to work past something. I'm not saying that this person is an emotional disaster, all right? But it is showing when it comes to you, there's some type of disappointment. Tell us about Five of Wands. What else can we know about that? Just says the 9 of Wands, so we have Sagittarius there. This could have also been arguing or fighting with you, but again, that's less, I don't know. Also, so I want to take that. This is high potential that there was some type of situation between you and them that was quite negative. Five of Swords is very bad because it can talk about, again, taking things to such a point where you wreck the connection. At what cost to be right? You know, it's like you guys start not getting along on something and one of 2 things happens. You guys nip it in the butt, resolve it, or it starts to linger and spiral out of control. And sometimes people do that with, depending on their personality. They will have to be that person. I've got to have the last word. I'll get you back. How does this person see Scorpio? You have Tower reversed here. Wow, see 5 of Pentacles reversed. There's strong suggestion this person sees you as somebody they want to come back into the fold with. All right, this is disconnection. Things not going well between each other. The reversal is telling us in a relationship setting, a desire to reconnect with somebody. They don't want to be estranged from you. Perhaps whatever this could have been about has put you on bad terms with each other, or not. I'm not saying you guys hate each other, but maybe it's just you guys are apart now. Not on the best speaking terms. What is this person hiding from Scorpio? Person that we're spying on for Scorpio. What are they hiding? He's talking about, we got 4 of Swords reversed here. It is recovery energy. And we have Star here. Why is that important? Tell us about the Four of Swords. Why would they hide that? Why would somebody even hide that is a better question. We'll use the Crow Tarot. Why would they hide the Four of Swords reversed? One, two, three, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. And it goes over the Five of Pentacles reversed. So this is telling us that this person, and what they're hiding, it's showing this is recovery energy. After somebody has moved on from something, it's saying they're hiding that. And it pointed back to the Five of Pentacles reversed. Now it's going to this Eight of Pentacles, suggesting that this person may be giving the impression that they don't care about this connection anymore, but it's saying that's not true, because it's pointing back that this person wants to come back in the fold. So, and again, it's saying that they're over this and recovered from this, and their thoughts is actually telling us that's not the case. So this is basically in plain English, it's trying to portray that this is an individual that potentially is trying to give the impression of, I don't care, not a problem, you do you, I don't really fucking care. But it's saying behind closed doors, they're not actually over the connection, and they're still bothered by certain things. All right. Again, the desire to want to, for you and them to kind of build or grow or reconnect and resolve something. How would Scorpio feel if this person came around and asked them to go to Denny's for a Grand Slam? How would Scorpio feel about that? I've been asking all the signs this stuff. How would Scorpio feel if this person wanted to take Scorpio out to Denny's for a Grand Slam? Wow, it says you would be interested. Okay, so you are one of 3 signs that would be interested. The other one said no. But apparently Scorpio, a Grand Slam at Denny's would do it for you. I'm very impressed. That's a ride or die bitch right there. I mean, all the signs that are saying no, we know which ones are the bitch signs, really. All right, but you're cool, so you're good. All right. So this is almost saying that if the right conditions occurred and this person approached you in the right way on the right day, you'd be open to it. Be like, I could go for a Grand Slam. I'd be okay. And you can tell me about your bullshit while I eat my Grand Slam. What would be the challenge between Scorpio and this person if they got back together or started to go in that direction? So it says the 9 of Pentacles would be a challenge. Why is that a challenge? I don't even know if that's correct. Tower again. Why did it go over the 5 of Pentacles? So it is pointing that this person's past whatever they're upset about could still linger on into the connection and be a problem. But this person may feel that you are still single. The problem with the 9 of Pentacles is nice energy, but it's good energy. But it does talk about a bachelor or bachelorette or somebody that's single looking for a relationship. This person may... Why is it still saying that this could be a problem? Like, maybe they feel like you don't want them, or you're just not as interested like you used to. What is the problem with this person in the 5 of Cups? So it says that this person is... We got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So again, we got wounded warrior energy, both in their thoughts. Here's my final opinion on this person here, Scorpio. whoever this has to be a person that potentially is a water sign. I would imagine has strong water qualities. And the reason is that their energy shows poutiness. It shows somebody that carries emotions. That's not typical of an air sign or a fire sign, even really an earth sign. So this is a person that when they get hurt, they carry it. All right. You know, 20 years could go by and this person could still bring up, remember that time you did that and I was really upset about that. That's this kind of person. All right. They may have trouble letting things go. All right. They may sulk, this person. They may complain. All right. This person may also have trust issues from time to time or become suspicious. I'm not sure. For whatever reason, this person seems to have some sense of being in the wounded warrior energy towards you, like they got the shit end of the stick. Why are they in that energy? I'm not sure. But the odd thing is, despite all of that, they still have this drive to try and portray themselves as doing so much better. And translation, none of this pissy, poor me kind of shit is going on. I'm actually doing pretty good for myself. You're not bothering me at all. Well, saying that's not the case. It is bothering them. All right. The odd thing is that I think this person may also have some sense of, I can't help that. I think it's like a trust issue, maybe could be a thing with them. This person may also question your motives. But I think they have worry that maybe you're just not into them as, like you used to. Could be a problem. I don't think this person's you gotta remember something. I don't think they're intentionally doing this just to be a dick. It's telling us if somebody has trust issues, it's because things haven't gone well for them in the past, right? So I'm not really sure what that's about. All right. But it shows your energy as more chill, Scorpio. So the fact that you'll be willing to go to Danny's is telling, all right? So good luck to you, all right? Yeah. You got a person here that doesn't want to... This is like basically a Jack and... who is the bitch that was on the thing in Titanic? Oh my god, why did I forget her name? Is this one of those situations? Rose. Is this... Scorpio is Rose, and this is Jack on the side of the thing. The only question in this reading is, are you going to let go of Jack's hand? Yeah, I'm going to let you go. It's slipping. Oops. Oh my god, it slipped for like the 5th time. That's like the 5th person this month. Under the sea. Sagittarius. Hope the Sag gang is doing great. Tell me about a person our Sagittarius are not no, we're not doing that video. Tell me about a person our Sagittarius want to spy on. Maybe that's a clue. You're not talking with this person. Wow. It says 5 of Pentacles on the outs of each other. So this is, well, I guess there was some truth in that after all. This is suggestive of an ex-partner, Sagittarius, that you are very disconnected from or estranged from. All right. Wow, we do have the 2 of Cups here. I'm going to take that. Wow, I'm going to take that too. With the 6 of Cups here. Might even take that as well. This Magician. This is telling us that whoever this person is someone still reflecting about a connection with you. But we'll see if that's true or not. All right. The Magician there is very good because it does tell us that there's something that is changing where this person is seeing renewed interest in, and what's driving it is past energy between the both of you. So they're looking at the chemistry you guys once had, examining it, but there's also a desire. The Hermit does always talk about moving forwards. Where am I going? What am I doing? How do I overcome something? It's looking at where your alignment is going, your path is going, your future is, Who do you want in your life? You're reflecting on past experiences. Is it a good idea? Is it not a good idea? You're weighing out things. That's why it does talk about in the tarot that you know the answers. You're the best one to know the answer because you've gone through it. All right? Especially if you have a developed intuition. Might pull you in one direction. Tell us about this person that we're spying on for Sagittarius. What are they thinking about towards Sagittarius? We have 3 cards come out here. We have 5 of Swords reversed. We have the Hierophant and we have the Moon. This person does, again, show with this Hermit Moon, there is uncertainty. I don't want to say it's actually uncertainty. There's more just a clouding of one's thoughts. There is some interest to exit out of some, if there was any problems from the both of you, this is showing neutrality here. The Hierophant is not entirely clear though, what it's saying. We'll get some more cards. What else is this person thinking about towards Sagittarius? The person we're spying on for Sagittarius. I'm going to take the 7 of Cups over the Hierophant. And we have 4 Wands. Again, this is suggesting Sagittarius person has interest in you for a connection. All right. This is showing also confliction, though, about a commitment or your priorities or your values between each other. So this person may be examining where you are at now. Do you still have interests that align with each other? All right. We did see some in other readings, some suggestions of marriage-related themes. You don't always see those in tarot readings, but it has been potential energy today. So I would imagine it applies here as well, that this person may be somebody that if they had a near marriage with you or were in a marriage, this can be returning to that or looking at that. Doesn't mean to say that they're going to carry it out. It's just showing interest. Okay. People thinking about things is everyone's right to do, right? So you could think about some crazy ex and all the possibilities. There's no crime in doing that. If you want to do it, you can do it. This person is exploring this past with you, and that's what it's showing you. All right, and the 4 of Wands is great because it can talk about success, a relationship again. There's clear interest in that. What is this person, how does this person see Sagittarius, person that we're spying on for Sagittarius? So it does say this Knight reversed here, so they don't see things moving forward between you currently at all. There's no progression, there's no movement. All right. The Knight of Pentacles, especially when it's reversed, does talk about things that are just stuck, stalled, or they've never been able to move past a certain point. Okay. What is this person hiding from Sagittarius? We'll use this. So it says the 9 of Swords reversed. Why would they hide that? Clarify the 9 of Swords reversed. So it shows the 10 of Wands. What is bothering this person? So this is suggesting this person does stress a lot about this for some reason. It's suggesting they're hiding that. And it's becoming taxing to them. What is bothering this person so much? Saying something that happened in the past bothers them significantly. So this is going normally an exiting here, but because it's what they're hiding, it's a worsening of the energy, suggesting it's really stressing them out. We also have the 10 of Wands. Something that bothers them has been taxing them a lot. The 10 of Wands is a high labor card. It is again, just that, a taxing card. When we do the clarification, it's suggesting something that occurred in the past. Ten of Swords is a bad ending, breakup, separation, or something, how it ended bothered this person. Oddly enough, it does imply in the past there was some problem between you and them, but it's past. There's, again, suggesting still that concern around if you and them can still align or there's still potential. If this person, I've been asking this question for all the signs. So it started off as a joke, but now I'm just generally curious to see which side of the spectrum you're on. If this person that we're spying on for Sagittarius came around to Sagittarius and invited Sagittarius out to Denny's for a grand slam, how would Sagittarius feel about that? Wow, we got the Six of Cups. So you might actually find, look at that. This was them and this was you. So you might actually be open to it, it suggests. This is going back to simpler times, having fun, just being easygoing. So it actually suggests Sagittarius would be open to it. If the right conditions occurred. You might be just, that's fine if it's chill. Some of you are going to be like, that just wouldn't look good with my juicy guitar. What about if this person we're spying on for Sagittarius wanted to take Sagittarius to Jack in the Box, or no, not everybody knows Jack in the Box. Let's do Taco Bell. You'll just leave it in the past. Oh my God. You'd be like, what the fuck? All right. We're not taking this energy seriously, but all right. So we'll take that as they must have taken you on a dinner date to Taco Bell in the past, and you're like, oh my God, not fucking again. All right, we've got an answer there. All right, here's my final opinion for this reading, Sagittarius. All right, what did we learn today? We've learned that apparently taking it out to fast food is not going to do it. All right, that's important to know. We'll cross that off the do not do list. This is a person that seems to be estranged from you, that's cold from you, all right? It kind of implies that this person is still bothered about some ending that occurred between the both of you, or the way something ended is disappointing to them, all right? It suggests that they may, in some ways, attempt to try and display their behavior like they don't care, they moved on, or they're unbothered, but it's saying behind closed doors that isn't true, all right? And it seems to be stress mainly centered around something that was quite negative. Could it have been a very bad breakup? Sure. Could it have been an affair? Could it have been something, I don't know, something that where they kind of were out of character, or maybe you were out of character to them, or it's really nasty between the both of you. I don't know. This person does seem to have a desire for an ending of conflict or drama. They don't want that. There's heavy clouding with this person. They are a thinker, which suggests they have air sign qualities, strong air sign qualities with this person. All right. Not to say they have to be an air sign, but they're showing a lot of air energy here. This person kind of views you as somebody that it's going nowhere with. They may feel in some ways there's not a lot of hope for the situation anymore. All right. But they still have interest in wanting to potentially have a connection with you, or they like the idea of that. Doesn't mean to say it's actually going to work out, but something is driving it, and it seems past memories, nostalgia, or just simpler times in their life. All right, you seem to show similar energy that you, and I can tell you right now that the only reason that you would even potentially, if you did go on a date with this person to fucking Denny's of all places, is because you too have similarities, similar interests where you just do that kind of thing. You're You can connect with each other. If it was probably some other fucking person, you'd probably say no. But this person may be the exception, all right? I guess downgrading you to Del Taco or whatever is kind of the... that's drawing the line there. All right, good luck to you, Sagittarius. Who knows where this will... I don't really have much of an answer on where this will go. This person is just showing interest to you, all right? It doesn't really suggest if they're going to come towards you. It's showing strong thinking towards the idea of romance with you. You ain't no Del Taco bitches here. Capricorn. How are my Capricorns doing? I hope you're doing well. Tell me about a person we're spying on for the sign of Capricorn. Who is this person? What can we know? Well, I'm going to take that. So it says the 8 of Pentacles. Clarify the 8 of Pentacles. This is somebody that is strategizing something or re-looking at something. Doesn't say what. This card can be looking, trying to work on a project or something of some sort or an idea. All right. This 7 of Swords also tells us, once again, intellect. It does suggest that this person is putting both of these combined, would suggest heavy thought into something or reflection. But what? What is this person thinking about towards Capricorn? I'm not saying this person's a schemer, but if they were, it shows Queen of Swords reversed. So this may be a Capricorn that is ignoring this person and they're well aware of it. All right. We have King of Cups here. This person is interested in you. One would ask, why is the Queen ignoring the King? Got to be a unfortunate reason for that. What is the challenge or the issue? Why is the Queen of Swords reversed? Why is the Capricorn... So it says 4 of Wands reversed because there's dysfunction or there's instability between the both of you. All right. 4 of Wands, whenever it's reversed, is never good because it tells us that a connection that was harmonious at one point is no longer. It can tell us, again, 2 people going different ways. It can suggest that you guys couldn't get along with each other under one roof, or when the connection was between the both of you, there was frequent bickering or, you know, little pet peeves or things that were occurring, and it just became you couldn't work with it, right? So this Queen evidently is not open for communication. Now, I'm not saying that this person's blocked. It could suggest that, but it could also suggest that you're just like not interested in really putting much effort towards communicating with this person. Even if you did, it would suggest it doesn't last very long. How does this person see Capricorn? This person that we're spying on for Capricorn. They see you as lovers reversed, so evidently this person did have some type of solid connection with you. Well, can't imagine what was going on there, but this person may have felt, Capricorn, that they had a pretty deep connection with you, all right? But the reversal is telling us that that's gone. That ship sailed. So you just can't have a loving situation like that when the queen is absent. So this person does feel that you are a former soulmate or somebody that potentially chose a different path. All right, another card comes out. It goes Two of Cups here. Doesn't go, I wouldn't ask a question, but we'll keep it as a top energy here. I suspect this person still feels like they have a connection to you, Capricorn, even though you guys are separated. What is this person hiding from Capricorn? Person that we're spying on for Capricorn, what are they hiding? Well, we have this Queen here. I think this person still has strong attraction to you, whoever they are. Attraction could be fueling this connection. They must see beauty is in the eye of the beholder. Clearly this person must be seeing something alike. Shows them what they're hiding. 10 of Pentacles. They are hiding their treasure trove from you. Don't want you to know how filthy rich they are. Just kidding. Or am I? Tell us more about the 10 of Pentacles. Again, this is a strong suggestion here. Ultra strong. We got 1 through 10. That this person is wanting to rebuild what was lost. All right. This can go as far as marriage. It can be, again, people creating a foundation for that to occur. You can talk about stable living situations where it's not just one person living there, it's both in a unified connection. Building a future. Because remember, a future starts with the first step. This person seems to have interest. They're hiding this. All right. And it shows strong thought towards you. And we have chemistry towards you. All right. The only, as I said, issue here is we got a Queen that's not interested. For some reason. If this person was to come around to Capricorn and ask Capricorn if they wanted to go to Denny's to have a grand slam, would Capricorn be interested? Would Capricorn be interested in going to Denny's? So it says the unfortunate, a little bit of disappointment there. If they invited Capricorn out at all, how would Capricorn feel? Card kind of comes out. It says you wouldn't do it. Nine of Wands reversed. The Nine of Wands also being reversed there kind of suggests that you feel that this person would just be in and out. In other words, that even if you said yes, they would leave. Or they would just waste your time. Because the Knight, when it's upright, has a higher chance of sticking around and investing their time to build something or make something work. But the reversal can suggest there's a lack of confidence. In other words, they would take you out, maybe you're going to do this, but your mind is telling you, yeah, but they'll be gone tomorrow. That's what it's really saying. There's no confidence there that they're going to stick around. So I've been asking that question for most of the signs, and some of the signs, not many, have actually suggested they would. Yours is saying you wouldn't. I mean, there's got to be like a strong lack of faith in this person. Like, a lot. Why is Capricorn... Why does it suggest Capricorn has no faith in this person? It says 9 of Pentacles. Why is that an issue? Funny enough, I had that as an issue for one other sign. Why would Capricorn see that as a problem? So we have Temperance reversed here. I just don't understand what that has to do with this person. Why does that... I just don't understand why that bothers. Why? Tell us more about the Nine of Pentacles. What is the problem with that? So we have 9 of Swords here. We have double 9s. What does the 9 of Pentacles have to do with this person that we're spying on for Capricorn? So it says the 4 of Pentacles. Here's what I'm going to say on this, all right? This is still a little unclear to me, but it is suggesting that from a Capricorn standpoint, there's imbalance or concern, all right? The concern is coming from the 9 of Swords here, which is a high card of stress. It's definitely talking about that someone's spidey sense is going off about something, or there's a lot of distrust, or you're not so certain, all right? This is a card of someone still being on the market, being single, being available, ready to mingle. It's suggesting some sort of imbalance, and also that this 4 of Pentacles is here is suggesting somebody that's focusing on themselves. There's a strong concern about this person just being interested in things for themselves. So how would this look in real life? This would be like a Capricorn being wary of somebody that's coming around, and you're like in some ways feeling like they're there for potentially the wrong reasons. In other words, they're just there to get their own needs met. Like once you've, I don't know, once, they've got what they've wanted, whatever that may be, then they just bounce out. In other words, they're just telling you what you want to hear potentially. But oddly enough, if that is true, it is actually suggesting they do have interest in wanting a future with you. But it's really keeps pointing towards a Capricorn that wouldn't believe it. So that's the only thing I can draw out of that. All right. Take it or leave it, Capricorn. That's what I got for you. In summary, this seems to be a person you do not really trust anymore. You must have had some problems in the past with them. Their behavior, or maybe the way they're acting, maybe you couldn't get along with that. It led to an ending of the connection. This person does seem to feel that you and them had some pretty strong chemistry in the past. Enough so that it was quite passionate. There must have been some really good times, but that's over. All right. This person's showing strong interest in the idea of having a connection with you that could prosper. All right. But unfortunately, it's suggesting you don't feel the same way, and there seems to be a guarded nature towards this person. Their thoughts do suggest that their heart is leaning towards you. All right. Maybe it's just because they haven't been around you in a while that it's growing fonder. I don't know. But good luck to you. Aquarius. How are all the Aquas doing? Are we surviving? Are we thriving? Tell me about the person our Aquarius wants to spy on. Who's this person? For the sign of Aquarius. The person that we're spying on for Aquarius. Who might this person be? So we have the Nine of Pentacles. Man, this card has been coming out a lot. So many signs. This may be suggesting somebody here, just to look at the plain aspects of the card, somebody that is single and available. All right. The Nine of Pentacles, just in general in the tarot, it does talk about a person that is finding themselves at the right, I don't know, in the right position in life where they've achieved certain goals. They may feel that they've got money coming in. They have to have something going on in their life, right? It doesn't mean to say they're perfect, but it does suggest that they feel they're in a position where they can be on the market. I don't know. Anybody? Any takers? Okay. Now, this is suggesting somebody that, again, may have an interest to find somebody to establish a long-term commitment with. It is one away from the Ten of Pentacles. It does talk a lot about independence, but again, somebody that's looking for a suitor. Well, let's use this stick. Tell us about this person that's showing in the Nine of Pentacles energy towards Aquarius. The person we're spying on for Aquarius. What are they thinking about towards Aquarius? So it does show the High Priestess here. And what else? I don't know if I'm going to take this, but I guess. So we have Two of Cups. So this person is strongly looking at you again as a suitor, Aquarius. So we're at the Two of Cups. They're seeing romantic potential with you. But the High Priestess is here, suggesting they're in deep reflective thought. And the thought is the world reversed. Either distance is a potential problem here, or this person is concerned about you and them having some past interaction with each other that didn't work. Okay. The problem with the world energy is it can talk about situations that failed to grow. All right? Either they failed to grow or they went backwards because there was repeating problems or issues or certain behavioral traits that just were not compatible at that particular point in time. Okay. We have a card here. It says Nine of Cups. Put it as the top energy. I wonder if that has something to do with the world here. Tell us about this person that we're spying on for Aquarius. How do they see Aquarius? This person sees you as somebody that's working on yourself, Aquarius, or you're focusing on your own endeavors, your own projects. The Eight of Pentacles is a card, a nice card, but it doesn't have much emphasis in relationships or romantic settings. In general, it's talking about somebody that is rebuilding their life. This can be somebody that's also going to the gym. It's somebody that's made a life change. It's somebody that's just focusing on, I don't know, travel. They're posting stuff about, you know, I just doing this 5K marathon for the first time. It's someone that is working on projects. You got a YouTube channel like mine or something, or someone else, I don't know, TikTok, you know, things like that. It's showing somebody that's doing something different. Clearly, this person must be viewing it from the angle that I would assume if they're an ex-partner, that at some point or another you weren't doing that, but now you are, or they just feel that you're improving your life. This can even be going back to school, studying, getting a new job, changing something in your life, making better decisions, all right? A lot of different things. So they're seeing you as productive. No wonder this person is interested in that. All right. They may feel that you are on the same page as them. There's really not too much negative about this reading so far. What is this person hiding from Aquarius? It's saying the Seven of Pentacles. Whoever this person is has to be somebody that is very low romance. There's a low romance with this person. All right, they seem to be very more interested in financial. Could be air energy with this person, or very grounded energy. Person may even be passive. Clarify the Seven of Pentacles. Why are they hiding that? This person is very focused, it seems, on particular priorities in their life. They're looking, this is like somebody looking for a very specific person, like they're shopping around for the specific qualities. And it says the Knight here. What does that have to do with Aquarius? I don't. It says giving to you. Why do they have to hide that though? I just don't understand. It's just, we're not taking that. Let's use a different deck here. Why, the person that we're spying on for Aquarius, why? Oh, why are they hiding the Seven of Pentacles going to Knight of Wands? Why even hide that? It says Eight of Wands reversed. What in the fuck is that talking about? I don't really know why you would have a problem with them hiding this. Because it's not bad. It says the opposite though of this. That's saying why they have to hide it. Why would that? I just can't for the life of me figure out why that would be a problem. It's saying essentially they're waiting for the right time to approach because like there's a concern that it won't go anywhere. I just don't really know if I buy that though. Why? What difference is it going to make to wait? Why is there a concern to wait with this person? Well, can you expand on that? There's too many cards here. We're not going to take this. I just want one card. Why does this person we're spying on for Aquarius have a concern about waiting? A card does come out. It says Wheel of Fortune. Again, it says they're waiting for the right time. Maybe we're not supposed to know. If this person came around to Aquarius and invited Aquarius to go and have a grand slam at Denny's, would Aquarius be interested? So we have the Four of Pentacles reversed. It's not bad. Well, clarify the Four of Pentacles reversed. Three of Wands reversed. That's mixed. Clarify the tell me more about the Four of Pentacles reversed. Clarify the Four of Pentacles reversed. So it's actually saying, Aquarius, that you would not be interested, or some of you would be very hesitant towards it. The Three of Wands reversed is a stalling energy. It is not going anywhere. This Four of Pentacles is a stingy energy. Why I was clarifying it, because it is a card where somebody is being too cheap or doesn't want to give anything, but it's showing the reverse energy here. which can be a worsening of the energy, and it's going to the Five of Pentacles. So this is an Aquarius viewing that this person is being incredibly cheap. In some ways, like, wow, you know, you are a real stiffler with your money. Apparently that just wouldn't impress an Aquarius. Just wouldn't do it for you. This might be an Aquarius that's like, wow, you show up in this garb, and then this is the, you know, no. All right. That's just more for a joke there, Aquarius, all right? Apparently you just wouldn't be very thrilled with Denny's, all right? Card comes out. It says Five of Wands. Why does the Five of Wands come out for Aquarius? Tell me about the Five of Wands. Saying disappointment. What does that have to do with Aquarius? Imbalance. No, actually, the person we're spying on for Aquarius, what does this have to do with Aquarius? The Five of Wands, Four of Cups. You must really not like Denny's at all. Just kidding. Some of you are like, it's not so bad. Saying Ten of Cups, or Ten of Swords. Whatever this is suggesting over here, it's saying that one of the reasons why Aquarius is resistant to this person is talking about some past issue or drama, all right? And it's showing disappointment or a lacking in that department, that maybe you put a lot of effort to this person, but you got very little out of it. So that actually might imply that whatever, even though this was kind of a reference to a bit of a joke here, it's almost implying Aquarius that's kind of like, it's probably bringing up old memories or issues where it's like, you know, this is all I'm worth to you. All right. Here's my final summary here, Aquarius. This to me this reading is a little mysterious because it doesn't truly like give us clarity on who this person really is. All right. It's only telling us it's somebody that is single, ready to mingle. It is somebody that is potentially looking for something like a more long-term connection. All right, but this person's aware that you and them have failed to grow in the past. All right, didn't work. Their thoughts are still showing interest for a connection with you. I would assume, as I said, it's for something long-term, but I could be wrong on that. This person, as I told you, sees you as somebody that's just being productive, working on yourself, or being independent yourself. Could be going to college, going to school. You're doing starting a career or a new entrepreneurship kind of gig. This person may be allured to that. They may feel that it's aligning with them. All right, so it seems to be an X that hopefully isn't a bum. This person's hiding the fact that they want to approach you, but they're waiting for the right time. What is their fucking concern around that? Don't know, but that's what it's saying. All right, evidently, Aquarius would not be open to a grand slam at Denny's. That's just not going to do it for you. Your rationale may be that this person's a complete and total cheap bastard that really needs to step up their game, but that's just my interpretation of it. But it does also kind of, for some reason, with no question asked, seem to point out an Aquarius that may be reflecting or have issue with something that happened between you and this person in the past that still drives a bit of a dagger in the situation. So that could be determining why Aquarius is a bit more shut off to this person. I don't know. All right. So good luck to you, Aquarius. That's what I got for you. I'm not saying that this person's a trainer. I'm not really sure how bad things were in the past. I'm just giving you potentials here, right? So let's not say this person was a train wreck, because it's not saying that. There's a bit of speculation with this reading. Pisces. We all scream for Pisces. You are normally the last sign, but I actually have to redo Cancer's reading after this, so I guess you're second to last. Bummer. All right. Well, actually, no. You can go and take a victory lap. All right. You're not completely last today. That's got to be an improvement. Tell me about the person our Pisces collective wants to spy on. Who's this person? What can we know? What can I know? What can the sign of Pisces know? Person we're spying on for Pisces. It says justice reversed. Oh boy. So this is suggesting some situation where there has been either cheating, affairs, disagreements, arguing, fighting, legal issues that went not well. You've had problems with this person, it's suggesting. Something is not balanced. All right, so this is an ex-partner that, well, there's not a whole lot to say that's positive when justice is reversed. All right, it is Libra energy. Let's use this. Tell us about this person that is showing injustice reversed energy towards Pisces. This person, no, that's being described as justice reversed. What are they thinking about? The person we're spying on for Pisces, what are they thinking about towards Pisces? It's showing a moon energy. There's a lot of doubt about the future between you and them, or uncertainty. And what else? So we do have the Knight of Pentacles and the Queen of Wands reversed. I'm going to take this Knight as a clarification to the Queen of Wands reversed. This is suggesting a Pisces that may be questioning whether to move forward with this person or not. All right. The Queen here is a problem because this is talking about a Pisces that would be very interested. In fact, would even probably reach out herself if she really wanted to. But the reversal here is somebody that's holding back intentionally or just doesn't have any interest, period. All right. There's a lot of negatives with the Wands energy when it's reversed. It can even go as far as hatred, being pissed off, agitated, things like that. Hopefully not that bad here, but with this Knight here, this Queen may be resistant to moving things forward. So this person is aware of that. It's suggesting they're thinking about it or it's in their mind. The Moon, though, does cloud a lot of things because it can tell us that there's doubt or unknowns about potentially, I would assume, around this and whatever this was. All right. Tell us how the person that we're spying on for Pisces, how do they see Pisces currently? So this person still sees a lot of positivity with you. We have the Ace of Wands here, which is strong energy, suggesting they would like to reinitiate something or kickstart something. Six of Cups does suggest they've had a lot of positive times with you, or there was things that were good. But again, there's clouding here. So this person is still seeing you as a potential option or an opportunity for them. All right. So there's clearly something this person likes about you. Person that we're spying on for Pisces. What are they hiding from Pisces? There's two cards here. I don't really want to take them, but we'll take them. It says the Tower and the Knight of Wands reversed. Oh boy. I mean, there really can't be anything good with this Tower. I mean, this would probably... I hate... Why... I don't understand. Out of all the signs that I do readings for, your sign repetitively lately has been having issues where it shows kind of negative readings. This would be a no for me, whoever this person is. Normally, in some of these readings, you know, even though it's saying an ex-partner, I'd be like, not all the reads seem that bad, but this one is like... This is not good for how they're being described. And then saying they're hiding a tower tells us that there was some major blowout that they caused or they know about. The Knight of Wands being reversed here is very negative energy. Higher chance for affairs with this reading. Person, maybe, I don't know, an inner and outer. How does Pisces see this person that we're spying on for Pisces? Why? I mean, this is not good for them to hide that. Suggest, like, they may even feel responsible for part of the Tower. But it's showing them hiding it. Like, it's one of those things where you... This is like a person that if they, you know, crashed your car or something like that and you're trying to figure out who did it, it's like them knowing about it and not saying anything. You know? It's like that kind of energy. Yeah, I'll hope you go and find the person who did it. We have this Knight of Swords. This suggests that Pisces, you may, I mean, I don't know. There could be communication between, this person may reach out to you or you have communication with them, apparently. How does, what truth is this person distorting from Pisces? This is not part of the reading, but I'm just going to ask it because this seems like a bad reading. You have Magician here reversed and the Star reversed. What is the reality? So we have the two. This is Two of Wands here. This is very not good what it's saying and what they're distorting here, because it's implying that Magician reverse can be some, I mean, okay. The only reason I'm giving these descriptions, and I just want to make it clear here, the types of descriptions when I give with cards is heavily dependent on the energy that's coming out and the consistency of that energy. All right, that's how I give you descriptions of cards. All right, when some cards mean something and when they don't. All right. In this particular case, because of what they're hiding and how they're being described and what's on their mind, clearly showing their Pisces giving resistance, it's highly suggestive that this person, if there was something not so good that this person did, right, you know, being dishonest or whatever like that, it's implying that they would tell you that they weren't doing that when it's saying they were. Okay, there may be manipulation here with this person. They may tell you that that's not the case. I'm not saying you that shit, blah, blah, blah. That is true, saying they are. And then the Star being reversed here can talk about communication when it's saying they may not be communicating when they are. Or tell us more about the Star reversed. Oh, man. Got a king. It's a no for me, Pisces. Here's my final impression with this person. Whoever this person is can't be in... There's nothing here that says they're... I don't know why we're doing this reading. Sometimes these readings are just crazy, overly negative. And this one is one for some reason. It shows a person that seems to be... I can't imagine. So unfortunately, some of the Pisces that watch my videos, this won't apply to you because I understand not everybody has a ridiculous situation like this. But it clearly shows somebody that has not been very honest. All right. The problem also with this reading is it doesn't quite show your part, Pisces. So I don't know how much drama from a Pisces side. You know, we always look at the sign as the golden angel that does nothing wrong. But is that really true in life? Not always. All right. But it does suggest this person may have been in an affair, all right, or they did something behind your back, or they just haven't been good, all right? They might have a history that is not so good that you're aware of, like you just don't trust them, All right, this person still sees you as an opportunity. This person shows that you're not taking action towards them or you're resistant to them. All right. The distortion of truth is not good either. It still kind of suggests there's probably something a little nefarious about their behavior. Magician reverse and King of Wands reverse are highly negative. So this is a person trying to shrug that off, saying, well, that's not how it is. And then it's also reversed here, the Knight of Wands. This is like a person knowing they caused some issue and I'll just keep it a secret. You don't need to know about that. What is the advice for Pisces? Why are we even doing this reading? I just don't understand. It's saying Seven of Pentacles reversed is your advice here. That is a strong cautioning energy there, because that is telling you, if you have seen a result with this person once before, in other words, you planted a certain seed and it grew a very nasty fruit, it is telling you that if you want to dick around with that fruit again, you're going to get the same results. In my opinion, sometimes I try to play the devil's advocate that maybe it's the sign is a problem too and blah, blah, blah. This person, if this is true and it resonates with you, not going to change. All right. Their energy suggests that they maybe just, I don't know, this is how they run the show. They have strong interest to you, but this has high potential if you keep dicking around with it, that it could turn into a third-party situation. If this did have anything to do with an affair, it would be an automatic no for me, because it shows that this person has some type of interest in manipulation. If they can get away with it, all right? I think this person likes the idea that it could be a connection where they can so love you and do whatever, but also do their own thing at the same time. All right. This person also has a potential. I'm not saying they will, but there's a potential they may play the victim and say that they're very upset and they're very hurt about how things are. But it's saying with the Star reverse that that is not true. They're actually not. They're not feeling hurt at all. So just be aware of that. That's strong. I don't want to say narcissism, but all right. Good luck to you, Pisces. Sorry that reading sucked, but I already have another reading I gotta redo, so I can't do you another one. Let's go to Cancer now. Cancer. No. Cancer. All right. This, I'm doing this reading because of the fact that your original reading was just terrible. All right. I don't know who that's for, but let's try and get for our regular Cancers here. All right. Tell us about a person, our Cancer, our semi-normal Cancers wants to spy on. Who is this person and what can we know about them? Wow, it says a Tower. Or maybe you're all in the same boat here. I'm just kidding. Let's not manifest that. Tell us about the Tower. Why is this person being described as the Tower? So this is someone you had a major division with, Cancer, or somebody that it came out of nowhere. The Towers can be unexpected. Talk about, you know, a situation that finally met its match. In other words, it couldn't go on any longer. We had two cards here that came out. You have a Queen of Swords here and a Two of Cups reversed. So somebody may have communicated that the connection is over, right? You may have said that I just don't want to do it anymore. I'm done, all right? So this is an ex that you had to give them the bad news that you, Cancer, no longer interested, all right? This is showing a defensive posture too, like a guarded energy. She's not holding that sword for no reason. It ain't a rose bouquet. It's a sword. It's used for cutting. So get the fuck out of my face. All right. Tell me about this person that Cancer's defensive to. They had a blowout with. What is this person thinking about towards the sign of Cancer for our semi-normal Cancers? It's showing a lot of possibilities. We have 7 of Cups. There could be fantasizing going on here. Confusion, uncertainty with this person in their mind. What else is in their mind towards Cancer? We have a Queen here reversed. That's you. Take that. This is suggesting, I'm going to take it above the 7 of Cups. That's telling us that this person is wondering if you still have feelings for them or you are cold as ice. Based on that, you're cold as ice, is what it's saying. Who knows? This person still has interest for you and them. Why? What's driving it? It's this 10 of Cups energy. This person may feel that they built a pretty solid, loving connection with you at one point. Like you and Cancer, no, them and Cancer got each other. Look at us. We're building a future. There's you guys building a nest with each other. It's like it was all going to plan. This Queen was super loving and caring, but now she's a cold bitch, unfortunately. Bummer for them. All right. Tell me about how does this person that we're spying on for Cancer see... Wow, we have 8 of Cups here too. It's a lot of lingering energy from the past situation. Person that we're spying on for Cancer, how do they currently see Cancer? How do they see Cancer? Okay, Crow Tarot is not giving us anything. I'm gonna take that. It says Temperance. Person that we're spying on for Cancer, how do they see Cancer? So strongly suggesting this person wants to resolve things with you. And I'm going to take that. Okay, so they see you again as someone that they would like to potentially reconcile with, or there's still interest to explore that. All right. If there was this Tower, like I said, there's some recognizable situation that blew things apart. It could have, technically Cancer, it could have also been something that was slow and progressive that eventually just deteriorated and led to a final outcome where you guys just had enough of each other. It's still implying that this person would like to approach it and see if you can straighten things out with each other. All right. But the problem, I think, that is stopping them is wondering if you even care anymore. This energy is suggesting that your heart is shut to them. What is this person hiding from Cancer? Person that we're spying on for Cancer? What are they hiding from Cancer? It says Wheel of Fortune reversed. Tell me about the Wheel of Fortune reversed. It says 2 of Cups. So it's... And what this is hiding, this person has a deep concern that this will never be a thing again, unfortunately. All right, Wheel of Fortune being reversed is highly negative because it implies that from a spiritual standpoint, if this person even has any spirituality, believes strongly that this could be it. This may never be a thing again. All right, life is going to work against them, or anytime they have attempted to try and reconnect with you or something like that, it's failed. All right. It's clarifying to this once prosperous connection is no longer. In other words, it doesn't matter what I do, it just hasn't worked. It's already showing here. This person has low faith. That's suggesting, despite them thinking about it, they're losing confidence that it could ever be a thing. So this... It's showing in what they're hiding. This person, unfortunately, is lacking in the faith department as well. They may not want to reveal that to you, but, you know, I suppose if you did come around to try and resolve something with someone, the last thing you want to tell them is, I have no faith that we're going to actually ever work out. But do you want to go out for drinks, talk about it? But I have no faith.
There's also disappointment with this person. I'm going to take that. Jesus. What is the challenge between Cancer and this person in the past? It says immediately. It says the Knight of Pentacles reversed, and it went over the Seven of Cups, and it went, and that clarifies to the Queen of Cups reversed, suggesting a Cancer that started to lose interest. So in other words, the connection was going forwards at one point, and at some point it started to stall. And what it's saying is confusion started to become rampant, or it was a Cancer that started to lose interest. And when that started to happen, I would imagine there was clouding and things stopped moving forwards. Now, this person, it's possible, may have been interpreting your emotional investment in the connection as you checking out. And therefore, they started reacting to it. All right. Why did Cancer lose interest in this person? I don't know if we can get an answer to this question, but we're going to ask anyways. Card kind of wants to come out. This is weird. It says 10 of Cups. So it's saying that Cancer lost connection because they didn't feel the connection like this person maybe did. All right. But again, it doesn't really answer the question because that's kind of what I want to know why. We got this page here. I'm not taking that. All right. If this person came around unexpectedly to Cancer and invited Cancer to IHOP or a Grand Slam, or maybe a lumberjack slam, would Cancer be interested? How would Cancer feel about that? Not getting anything. If Cancer, if this person that we're spying on for Cancer offered Cancer, came around unexpectedly and offered Cancer to go to Denny's for some drinks and a Grand Slam, how would Cancer feel? Can't believe I can't get a card. I just like don't have any opinion about it. It says you would think about it. Why would Cancer think about it? It says 10 of Pentacles reversed because of the past. Well, Cancer, that's what I got for you. Here's my final impression, all right? This just seems to be a connection that unfortunately probably has had its time, but it's holding on by a thread, all right? The only reason I know that is because it's showing up here, all right? It seems like this is a Cancer that has unfortunately lost a lot of interest in this person. The fact that it's saying you would think about it tells me, though, that it all is not lost. There's still maybe some potential that you would have interest in this person, but it suggests in some ways like a Cancer that progressed to this loss of interest. What was this person doing to cause that? Or maybe they weren't doing anything. I don't know. Maybe you just didn't care anymore. You stopped having interest in them. Something was not working between the both of you. You know, towers happen when the universe intervenes. This person still reflects on the connection. It still shows up in their mind. They still reflect on a lot of good times you had, but there's clearly some type of issue between the both of you that, again, couldn't work. I think they do wonder if there's going to be an option. They see you as somebody that could potentially one day resolve things with, or they would like to. Yeah, this person also, as I said, the biggest negative here is in what they're hiding, is almost this lack of faith that it'll ever work between you. So this is like, I can wish, but it's never going to work. Why they have that opinion, I don't know. It seems to be related to whatever this was, this blowout. All right. Also, Grand Slam at Denny's says you'd think about it. So, hey, who knows? Maybe they just need to upgrade it to Red Lobster or something. Maybe lobster tails would really do it for our Cancers today, you know? You're like, I know I'm a crab, but, you know, I like lobster. Kind of like eating my own kind. Well, I guess the lobster is technically different. Good luck to you, Cancer. Thanks for watching. Please leave me a like if you got something out of that. Yeah, I'm totally done with these videos. I've got 6, 12, 18. So this was about 3 hours and 20 minutes of reading tarot. I'm cooked. Good luck. Thanks for watching, everybody.